Honamoye. Yere nyankopon ase. Ya kenkai ya tietie bi e wo radio so. Minimsa wona asemi obetimi akire mu yi pa. Ensamo a lawyer Kwesi Afrifa e de betu dwa so oye adwuma ma. Onene kabo mu etu anamo bi ne de ekofa chief justice wona mperifo bi hu nyina no. Nana wadama day na obetumi aka akire yi asem no etesei.
Yo, and I was saying, I'm in show. Yo, me chair with you, we now so. I'm custom could be in French Safi. Now, the summer American I came, or in Kramadrema, lawyer Kwesi Afrifa. And Kramadrema in there. I did dumb or Brendu without a motivation. $100,000. Or that me. Or G mentioned, apart from 300,000 Ghana cedis. No much man for the Juma year, mamino. $100,000. Or Chinamu time, magic into the Mexicano. On your Najin, Obitia. On your Najin day, Obitia.
Mira, Wadama says, yes, I should be your mammy.
Mariton crowd wake radio. The Kama lawyer Kwesi Afrifa. There, Oje Dom Ovenu Kusata Motodesia. $100,000 now. Oje ewo poolside. Ewo holiday in Accra no. Conventional jumu there. Oposo Obafum. Damsikam. Meti. Wait here $40,000. Aka 60. More energy there. Or the council go Chief Justice na was Supreme Court ebufu against me. Wa bro him that case no happened our Supreme Court. All because they infinity of the oversight case no. Na fe so of the ogu Chief Justice no fin of there. He always tells me at the time I am court there. Chief Justice Committee, or disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel was suspended on Kwesi Afrifa. Justice Eni Yabua, no year one chairman. The honor no day name was suspended. So on your can when you are so by personal if you say. Now, alternate track on function. In fact, I statement all the time I'll catch them. No appearance or your Kwesi Afrifa clients or in a bonko mobia. So, Pedro can call when you're Mima or Becca Kusefifa, the Martin Yordan de Via, lawyer Biara or your Kusefifa, very close friend or in the bonko mobia, unim the Kusefifa, when mini CJ or your Justice Benin Yabua. Pa de on the track on fan channel. You see, maybe or that Kofano, why should that? Never monka one day. Diana, if you know, if you there, Uncle Bible say. The Arjun one about Witrima, Yankopon, also Williams Hado. What's the Arjun one in Petrima, Yametuni and Sado, if you know, and our copa, Dam, a summer, in Fasunim, Yansin, a bring him, Jadinim, not that bubble for Chief Justice. Minia, Mamma Command, but my fancy. In the Ghana, Yenim, there. MTN whether for no telecom companies no. What you want to say? Ketikitumpo no what we must be that with Jaka. Rooftop okra na wobini dance okra no what the master is that. With Jaka on your free. Vodafone over 8 acres. About occupy one fancy. Munche city impo mebusiano. Oya me oya family. Ebusia yetna no. What the 2 million atitam. Nana the enyum na yankopere there. Church today, yes, dear, one for the quay. Obesha, a chick, you gamin. Ama yes, you see you grow. Then a young for, no mind ye day. So here you didn't need to me, you see, so mine, yes, you to your boam from a hoasa. Hey, yes, you and mine on the Soboko name. Marshal Carter, come up with a phone. More than a mobile fast, you know. Come then, I'm fast by. watch your letter was all the Abram there. Or a bind or demand on true lands commission papers for 50 years, starting from 2007. Match your letter that come a lands commission. Lands commission. Kwambe na mo father, munye dem 2 minutes as I say mahon. So a bind cat ebi or her, one for match me who sings it. One cat among and I'm a Vodafone. No, any lands commission, Echo Court, High Court. Echo Court in a lands commission for. Was it one time about that? One show one car tell man, no cranny, or young from don't know why there was it, them leasing was a my Vodafone for. Into one woman once ago, or a genuine mistake no way. I don't want to and teach. Okay, my judgment, none one my judgment in some. Into the judgment on admission. It's here, Lands Commission, because on one or admit it. Naka Vodafone. 1 year Babat's national, one pencil, or some courses some. 1 year training at the end of the day, you win or high court. What's one task work appeal or Cape Coast? Yes, we are appeal. I mean, I don't win or appeal so. What's work with Supreme Court without the Supreme Court? Principal lawyer now, okay, Simon, or friend lawyer Joseph Sam. Now you do court of appeal, no? Now, or your lawyers are all your other cases. When you have backup, lawyer, or which my research and so that supporting, we be our share ideas now. Dambro Mekofa lawyer. Alexander Aban, KK Aban. I don't know, obey a minister, a deputy minister of health. Now, I don't know what Obaki lawyer, some were court of appeal, maybe a case. You have the Supreme Court no appointment by a deputy minister on your coin. And lawyer, some catch up there, or any could be over. Then was suspended. No, on mom chair on before, then so was suspended. Now, I'm not so any uncle. Into I'm one, I'm a case beyond our friend. Into obotum wa friend na ncho abeka no hona we bia no so ina ase ideas no why research bi abona because e bia only cases we be into there over time because I fear and we resume from the suspension so lawyer these are more women e bo bi ni bia mintu mo na work for si fanabra lawyer Christopher refer by into only the principal lawyer only the substantive lawyer
okay
the case
okay
into additional lawyer case into no buy no you can't have 300,000 Ghana cedis. No better. Okay. Juiska. I will hear the substantive lawyer into the Impediment cow. Into Janina, between this command. I say, oh, Kumasi into Kumasi no backward to Akaya. Ne, fair. Na, ni hotel, na dadina, madam, which I'm you. Into ne quarter, the week in the no or Bakrawa, Aka. 10,000 Ghana cedis all them as a manapu. But the car, damn 300,000, which are 310,000 Ghana cedis. Check, I'm the man Moko play. I shall see more major. My lawyer no, none home, would be none home fun. Into summer or either preparation towards some surgery. Into oil on and off. Into now Afrifa on or time in court. One day na Afrifa test them then, order for $200,000 a book. Number are the more. That was why about
$200,000.
$200,000 US. As some are making,
aside the charges are or charge for service are or render amount.
Maybe and the cow maybe you know. Memphis 200,000 then no fan yard. No quarantine. Me yan also nana. Jimmy na I mean to sorry and that down. Now the Jimmy now the Fabra. Na meeting William meeting man so our dam tikana obisano nti omama okano mankasa no oha na wakaim nti embibi mi yakọ court na wodi ti ahen nti yeti court na yeba na osa kaim de nana asama am kecho e mefin dagro lawyer so you case amon no jina de de faskabra na onfan ya de mo ya na ankasa no ho sa onye de dia sika no so sabusi mpa abutuma nya ba ta ankasa no ho a na sa case no so na bio ankoko yi a so de obesha da akosha de mazen do meke de fabi da mo bra na mfombo wa ankasa mo na e bia case ni yewie wan ko yi nti na se de obesha yi abesha okay mama man half na fi mintim at the portria or this kind of way. Now, $100,000. On the phone, loan. Number the man.
Nana also kwaji loan.
The G loan, $100,000. The Jenny cities. Now, me cost a sound of forest view. Now, me $100,000. Now, the Marcus Afrifa. I will this kind of poolside. I will holiday inn or restaurant. A Kakrebi or meaning very ordinary in a much at any time. That day, so at my expense. And with this game man. With this kind of man, maybe son, why? Scano City was like a half. On Chima, the say. Also, an amacacho. Also, one come, I will take him. In fact, it's kind of before the woman will take care about a month and over, and Sana. Oh, mamma, with the half of a man. No matter half a man, so one said, why, no, so new reason, or this canoe. One said, until 2 weeks later, no, I could do. I always say means no mean charging to Ninja Manala. Okay, we say means my comfortable. Into Moko board, principal lawyer and Amande. But all that time now, old business cano, now principal lawyer no home funding. Oh, mamma, no, meaning should establish contact with me. I feel for none of me court. Why will be new Casa, no one didn't case, now information I don't want to man near corner. Or one of my friends may channel. This kind of money we are sana. I feel mention was a couple of lawyer namade. No, so me come up with Canaman. So them down no. 100,000 academy from Chomemisha. No, any case it done. Okay, why this canary? This year, and so. Megan Kwama, this is Canafi, lawyer free for on to Miss Cameron. And see, now somebody said, why am I? But why in case I'm a machine fool? Now, what's the case? One day you call court. Now all along, no. Say, what did you beat your Supreme Court for? If you caught in a year back car park in a year back from Yankara. Nkoma easy no. Now all mama dinner day. Memphis Chief Justice in Coma, Kevin Taylor, who went to my draft to Diamond. Hey, Kevin Taylor. My Kevin Taylor deal with him. Now, there's a near one or the honor for no bufuna or the young case in them. Because most of the time, Chief Justice, what did Chami? And find that judges in way ruling say or split Buma on Bama for that. Until feed there, I feel there or your own national friendly and not Papa Amidam. And see, bro, I start talking to them. In fact, me or Mamma, very, very uncomfortable. You pa me lawyer me Geneva na you pa in the bride. So that we feel in the back on me. And here on one case. If you there, you will be sharing it room. Our Chief Justice. And them not to that. A mock clock, no, them in lawyer no Pakamasha. No lawyer is that time I feel why I said Dreamer. I feel don't boom back. See, but the shame. Now 27th of July, here court Supreme Court. Now the argument to be. Argument on a particular application. Now, your opponent needs a supplementary affidavit to be by. Into now, because this record to the 1 month time, non so correspond to it. Now, court can do damn supplementary no on your assembly lawyer just a clarification of a few things into which much more because whatever way you feel. Now, feel for any bufui. No, a judge for no year. Some serious banter and the arrogant attitude that also admitted to in fact, I am your father. So, Mamma, he's in no ban or the man, and can't say I am function. The whole court. See, you're putting in a market in a way I'm strong. Open the door, communication, remember you. That very day now, as someone when your argument saying, what they say, 3 days later. To our journey, into lawyer 27, what is it, 30th? Into 30th, because I feel from my court. That time, I'm a church and the one vacation with you. My lawyer, or Yari. Into my lawyer, and Mamma in the McCall court, the Mara will be uncoming. Emma were a new opponent and arguments in so called opponents in the time, women down, Mother Kabia, and you need to know my summons will wear Tiamiso. he said, Afrifa, so I may you desperate for him to them on all one card them there. I mean, you believe in I'm for the substantive lawyer, where win the case, where high court, where win the court of I'm for the number 4 now. I push some or can. If there, and Jamaica came in some court all alone on the 30th, I won't win him. While Brown not while being I may believe me, I'm going and I'm hope. My mama won court all because of new suit and the buying the queen of our representing us. And people be body, it will be a open house and it will be to name, it will be a other so other canals and other commands and judge my judge didn't say I suppose now to me yejuma fairness to me yejuma na koye ya mo a cabin seminar akase seminar bufu na de na time na dikedi na judge anyima amina let commands mama no isha obowie medan honest asinti na me the foundation
okay
na maybe na meji misika message dam dana so 27 no make the member case no make channel that me $100,000 na pay the spend or return maximum along the way or return $25,000 I feel do be me friend na onfa nti mo bom lawyer ko na me da on kan on yen kasa nyim so wakasa you so wan kasa aso wan kasa mo na me de no call general legal counsel me de letter ko there why the miska nti wan di maximum me miska pe na me here Anna, on all responder or the cofa, Chief Justice Afrifa, no, or can even no quarrying there. Lawyer Afrifa Nankasa. When meaning justice, and near board that out, if you there, a being oka there, or it's not, or on no chair, committee was suspended, no, to not to the honor, no shut up at the or on my morning career bond. Only Sassini. Only in Canada.
Okay.
Or can be and uncle all inside to German fan come at Kevin Taylor now on point and let you know. Also, or send Kevin Taylor and maybe do scram to them dimension there. Chief Justice Kevin Taylor deal with him. To Miss Madanoka, obey you deal with him. I'm a dinner I would determine where Jay. The Chief Justice all kind of watching by people. Sometime in September 2020, major petition command them to send the functional home case in and someone has something to be there. I would now Afrifa apologize to my mind to the extent that I'm bitter about the way Bibia overcome or Supreme Court will be I am there. Papa said, no, and so Mamma material letter with the question on no injustice to James Strong, one from Emma will reply me that no be a watching Bible and I'm sure letter come and then Mr. Nonchin won't be massive.
Say on the crowd comma CID force omunteki the matter up na omunye wo hwehwemu o ye ready say ebre bia na ye be fe no obekọ na akoka de wonimu
my ready papa na o yesu mami me papa o me papa ami misika na me so hwe afi fo ntia misika mam na fi chief justice na o ka da minister mi tia no ombra prove onko police room friend onko no onko cheche ona onchire on evidence
the principal lawyer na ono enam ne so ohunu lawyer Afrifa no ono so ewo ho asem nyina oye ready said the onim e found he will come out and testify.
Oh, of course
all right Iramedasi no pay
mamaka one last thing just as any your boy on the 31st of March, lawyer
this year.
Yes, this year. Lawyer Akutampa the application we call ma'am because it's no me call pa Akutampa chow Emma obeso case mo mami. So the application we call the application no just as any yabua 4 judges ruled in my favor. Just as any yabua ruled against me. And see, obi a watching Bible no. And now, what are ruling on we rule with them?
All right.
Just 31st of March.
This year. All right.
Yes. I have 4-1 decision in my favor. On continue to dissent against me. How about that?
Okay. Let us Say for eba mu ne de yebejai ho nkomodie nyina omuye omuhwehwe mu wiado mba beka no ye ho kwan se tra adwene fa ho a na yesusu ye di nkomo no wasa akwan so ma memrefi na memedi nkomo turn off and the Ministry of Works and Housing and yedi a hong komo Honorable Dr. Frida akosia ohina freo prempe mame machi
I never. I'm never na bomi di class. I did what we did in a way just because.
Ya hwe woni machi.
Na make say job ne de janya.
Onya ba betu.
Which was one pay.
Apum.
Nyankopon adom. Ene mo mpaebo. Eni ahwe yi enti nyante boni bia. Our cry and kakra no dia bedu anope.
Ede nyame ase. Turn off so to say.
Turn on here. I'm so weekend ye be ye wo Kumasi Minister Honorable Asenso that ne mame.
Yeah.
Team so weekend nyina wa any president, the vice president nyina. Maybe by Friday, Saturday, Sunday no. And ye chief of staff ko jana sorry. To be few when else me to aso adu Kumasi dia.
So kofi.
So for constituency na me maybe so graduation hairdressers be adepam for
yeah
na ma show mbo se ma beta won wachi enti me kohwe won wa wia no na adwumie na echeche busuafo kakra na nra no me kodu constituency bia me bo apro kakra ehwe project a me ye wo ho ni penifo di nkita ho ni ade enti nra kohwe asefi adoba ekohwe community the backgrounds a me ye wo ho me free ho na me ba church so behwe nsu a ma ye wo ho esan hwe the background say ye wo ho bifi ho twa mu ko bo mata no krum ko he chips compound a me ye wo ho na mba bo ma fie be hwe pavement say ya me ye wo lorry station ho bo ma na mko bi obo achitrom ho so ye 100 bed hostel ama wo wachitrom senior high school nti be do nyimre bia nkwanta be nyimre be no so ye tatra se ne abusuafo di nkita ho kakra na anaja ahomachi no nu so ye tutu ade abedu nyamisa wo mu fie nti no boni bi anim ebedi fie nkomo nti na de aka wa chenya na me de aka na mefa akonya isu na metia etiefuo nyina sa wontumi de number 1 temu nka wo baby a yetenkran ebo no sia ne fa me sports
oh really
ti sports kakra na me de wontumi so ato aso me di say ni pe wa mo no ni so tie mu pa because my programs be bre ho a personalities be ba obi to be free asumesi okọ wontumi na wo ka we na also wo ho nkyeremu bi anase into realize enkrofo etiemu pa me constituency so ade omutiemu pa no pay me do am send one message say me ba wontumi na emse me fi ho kra de center nipa esa begu ho tiemi wo je wo wontumi tv anope no enya asem ke 20 me chia obi a me chia me na na boache trom du ankwanta mahene na boache ansa yamfo mahine church adoba bo man me ma me mahimafo nyina dwofo ma me mebu na water no north na ma me abrewa bi me dem friend tescom lady we dey 80 years so program bi en when pp ye bia ma mi nkobi na no besi twa buko ahafo ko hu regional minister me do osisi ana ma me free e ko na msa so wadu ha me abna nkobia minister samre wutie me ma wacha no pay amne dia odidi MPP onu MPP osa MPP ntino baby a wo hobi nti me che obi a no pay me che kumasefo o ma etie me minister mo tie me ni wo kumase ache na se beta ba besramu na ye nyina abadwindwe ye ho ye hokwan be fa so a beboa na nadoda nkwa akufo de nyuma pa wo ye na ye die tu anamo akọ 2024
okay enti ye di taronof enkomo na ye di the Ministry of Works and Housing also enkomo from 2021 to 2024 ye beto ababiu no then now dey see when so say opese usatwe ebeka taronof about mpesua no
yo me da say many kind say having been an MP for the constituency, this is the third time running. Tamane wo brahafo no na menkwani MPP female MP 3 times nyina no me anam say oba ba kope de ba hafu so me aso me nko a enti no chese asudie na da me so se me ye adwumaden e de hye emma nyina nkran no hu se ne ye nuanu mema betumi aye no emma no so uma ye opportunity na yeso yetimi ye kra ma ne konkan enti me ba ye no mahwe ne ma bebre na me fasi mani so se metu ho anamon de di kan eye nsuo yes water is life uma nsuo anu amankwa me hu se me potem bebre ho a no mu ni nsuo enti na se me fato me ho so lobby ekosrese adofo momo chi na metutu nsuo ebi ma me mpesua sofo enti de kam disi mani so se metu nsuo baako 50 me hwe na chese metwa mu 50 enti enkosi 2020 no na yetu nsuo baako 100 boreholes
wow
Tano North afi we so ya hyase sesi ya make yetu to number 6 enti we did this bedru 2021 kosi 2024 no na 150 boreholes am de si mani so se metu ama me mpatomfo no na matimi atu awi se so hwa yetu bi wo atonsu matu bi wo kobna matu bi wo subompan matu bi wo kwasoeja yetu bi wo Tano Krom yetu bi wo bomafie yetu bi wo bonkofi yetu bi wo sukese yetu bi wo nkwantabisa yetu bi wo ansan yetu bi wo yamfufie kwa de yetu be 9 yetu bi wo yamfo College of Health matu bi amaboma hospital matu bi amaboma secondary school yetu bi amabom yamfo zongo matu bi wo susuanso matu bi wo koforudua matu bi wo frisipa yetu be miensa wotano so yetu bi wa dengo chese yetu bebre enu ase amekwa apro ise mekohwe adoba de mekohwe techri de kohwe koforudua de mekohwe dua nkwanta de enti yegusu a yehwe nsuo no ho asem de tosu mienu eye apomudi ho asem covid kura ba ye na mayehu se ye wo gaps bebre wo ye health centers ne ye health facilities a o se ye shemu kina ama mampanyi kura ya agenda 111 a YCC hospitals across the country teach ye newly created regions no mesome ba ye ma hwesa apomudi ho asem mehemu kina pa wo me constituency enti chiefs compound de MCC aye baako enson ebi wo adengo enu ase mi kohwe baako a eno ye de bricks ena eye wo Tano Krom ya commission jaachi so de ye bi so wo ruby ena yegusu a ye bi so wo subriso na subompan de na ya me predecessor na sha ase no close ni down kra me buy ma besom ama ye wie so makomo bia motorbikes and the hospital equipment worth about 30,000 Ghana cedis e de koma won ye di bi so koma Boma hospital me no ka say me 30 bed ward e wo Boma hospital aka borehole na ye di amom no ho covid times ye distribute a lot of PPEs across the constituency all the 16 health facilities are or ye ho me kai say buokukuru your health center bi wo ho almost in Mikoboa, maybe as I'm saying, toilet and bath showers as I demand facility. No, ye war Presbyterian and nursing training school midwifery, I would be on contact. So, ya saw mass in Bebre, for Omudia or Mudio home. And you know, Coco, a town or so community nursing training school, says a 100 bed hostel. I'm my own, Okoyan for College of Health as well. Ye 100 bed hostel, also at the Amomo. And you hear in ni health. Ye did you medie kese pa na dia mawo dia toso miensa meka se yakwan
roads
2020 omapanyi ema Ghana fo nyina ti asese year of roads afi we so asande asisu bio Tano North men's ni mu wom se ye ntimi nya ye de ni nyina but ye nja yi mu na adodan kwa akufu ado abre so for the first time in our history enene ye tech adro bakwan se Mr. Kusibuafo ni krom no to the door beba bisa no tech adro ba history
oka wasem pa
until just eya wan wasem se na adodan kwa akufu ado abre so enam mo somfo honorable Frida Prempe na dodo na frame so mpa hema na adwumawura yetu ho na mo ene ye tech adro ba kwan enu achi no ye adro ba to subri so enu amekɔ mkɔfa kwan na said the contractor na si atwa kwan no so no kyes why gutters ni nyina kama asese akasa edi kota no ebeguso enu achi so ya ye mankran bafukrom esoso kwan me no kasa ye dua nkwanta bredi kwan ye dua nkwanta buokukuru kwan ye dua nkwanta bedom jaache soso kwan dua nkwanta boma fie yamfo to boma soso no ye de ama contractor obeye last year no kro no be hye dwumadie na se na eso kofa mu ne nkrata asem na ohwe ne sika asem no tu anamo no be wie adwuma no nti no bomafo otie mi a boma adua nkwanta kwan ye na so kra wo so mo start kwan na mo start yi kwan no ho
ya chen
no be ye ni nyina lese me no kasai ye tano so adengo kwan na no me kohwe na contractor no eso eguso kama pa Yamfo town roads ya ama contractor be ya fini na ontimi mobilize my sites when you say roads infrastructure na it is housing capital intensive it is all the machines kwedi baabi na ana usika sem kwedi baabi na mobilization na yedin kakra ba yegusu a okeka no ho se oba be ye sa adwumadie amaye enu echi na a lot of reshaping na ye Yamfo ansan reshaping ya pramboso ansan reshaping ya kwasueja subompan ya tano krom dwumakwai ya boma nkwantabisa to wonwe ya boma nkrakan enti chese ekwan ne de aka mugusu pa chese de aka wo me constituency de ya feeder roads nkakra aka communities no mu a eno so metu ho na mo a megidi se afi we bekwa wie na nyina asoso ya de ama contractor ben wachi no ya ba education no 5 secondary schools, senior high schools, my constituency. You watch it from senior high school, and Sawakesi senior high school, one of the best girls' schools in the country. Sawakesi, it would be Quanta. And I'm saying, I'm Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of ratings. No, they were even rated number 3 in the country. And you're one of the best schools. It would be Quanta. Wachitromo, it's an old school, so yena nanu ne shase asese nso ekeka no ho pa okoboma senior high school na no kra mo so qualify for the national science and maths quiz a ye bankran ene nkran for abesi akan pa nti boboma fo abaso ene Anglican senior high school wo Yamfo ene wo tertiary senior high school sa senior high schools 5 mu nyina no maye mu adwuma tise honorable Frida tise bibia pie wo ha obehum wo ho na say bas se ba Ministry of Education we remu all the 5 senior high schools so me constituency obi anya bas
obi anya bi
okwobo achitro mu sesi a maye kitchen ama maye assembly hall any dining hall dia ma wo mu mensa wo so asese me 100 bed dormitory e dia ma mu efa bibia asese o mbehia wo school mu hobia no mitu ho anamo se wakese yaye 2 toilet facilities ewo ho dia ma mu sa ania ye bi so 2 toilet facilities ni bo ho amabo ema boma senior high school oba Yamfo senior high school ananu ya free education ti ye enrollment ni nyina akoso amampanyi bo no ho modin bia se ye obeye educational infrastructure wo schools ye bebre Yamfo so ye nje ye mu ye nya 12 unit classroom ya commission tertiary so say na ka ye community day school ye rere mama ban ensa edene sa to so a eno so ye hwe ayede amomu wo hwe a maybe some catch yourself in sports or hunti because constituency my astrotef
okay
as say me go so lobby up funding say may 5,000 seater sitting capacity na ya upgrade na ye sports complex e betumi aye volleyball or handball any other lesser known sports ni be person develop into a very big sports complex. And in terms of electricity, my buy a connected lights my communities bebre and ya saw Bafu from Kania, ya saw Mankrai Kania, ya saw school mo Kania, ya saw Subri so Kania, Oba Boma zone so ya saw a pesca Kania, ya saw Kwasweja Kania, o call Yamfo so in crank to ano free and say Aguna Tanano to do besa suya de when you na dia humeguswa midi transformer here enimu ya na beso mo so dia amomo oba santasia de gemom so a eno so contractor no de humani nyina eguso awie enti de aka ye camp so eno so kra ya hye ho adwuma ase ene dua nkwanta extension new town echi ho baby anom so electricity problem a ni nyina so no contractor nisa ewo so in terms of education, health, roads, water, BBSS eboa ema ye important ni konkan bia say yamfo health center nyamiadom yamfo aban ama is a more inspectorate division aba behwe say upgrading into a polyclinic.
Okay.
Na say ya pagem so ewo ho. Enti ye wo yamfo vocational training school nyamiadom TVET ye di echema say so ya pagya emu ewo ho because me buy na catering department kwa no mini freezer. It don't want to mean store ingredients. Tomatoes ni ade ye to de betimi ayusu ne na ochina ya san kotobi. Enti quickly na to freezer kese e de bre wo mo. No mo girls hostels so na omo twetwe omo na say ye no kakra because omo cement be $100. Che san komo omo bio. Nyame adum yakọ commission hostel na mom. Say ye administration block ye hostels. And na omo workshops ni ade ni nyina so no. Omo machines no are obsolete. And so aban ensa wo so a ye wie classrooms ni ade ni nyina ye bemmo mo sa machines foforo ni nyina na chese ya pagem ye wo another project bi wo adroba on frɛ ho ISS mo train skill development center a corona start kakra enura mi to anamo kɔhwɛ ye ho enye bia chese as much as kron ma no eni mpanifo no bo mo homɔden no ɛsɛ ye boa wo mo na ye so wo asene enti one of my project am show mo bo se mehwe se ebesi new skills development center ewo adroba enti enura mpanifo kɔkyerɛ masase crow already almost se me my ready a asase no wo kootwe kwan no so ebetumi asi ede amomo na enya ba akususu wodua nkwanta a megidi se emebunu no esuansa no dwuma a omo ready market ready employment na ema poverty so ano brase because so kosua hairdressing na dress making na electricals na carpentry na masonry a owie na ready no wanya dwuma oye wonso betumi a training nipa ba ko na asemienu na chese ye tete unemployment na se kakra eno echi no eja mebunu de ene se beka nipa bafi security services anya agro
juma
enye de ope prisons de ope police de ope way banyankopon adomara eguso ayeboa de ahodin betumi bia edodo na enye bi ekọ nura me mabi a omo so apase of na senya omo frame say de omakoto wa na so monko na mkɔhye brase enye tembia na betama ho adi ifufo ni abenkwan edi bi kɔ yendi edi bi kɔ boko omo nyina abekɔ prisons for kɔ immigration for kɔ national ambulance service for kɔ why so ya fa nipa bebre more than 2000 in my constituency nkoa enti no adwuma de wontimi nya ni nyina 100% but the homodin bia no ye bo say youth employment programs, national youth association youth bibia metisa mantis adwuma bia pie wa ha na no so ye tu ho ana mo asoso tv so a
no muso afre
why you smafo ye the way smart the way smart sometimes that's the joy of the whole thing say we MP na in your capacity no wetimi I impact on other people's lives. There's so much joy and fulfillment if you're able to affect the lives of other people. I believe that is what keeps me going because edu baby a wuti ensem ni bia now the bia yesterday but tutu ho anamon now to me boa nipa no so a joy and a bro and I say ano papa mo na me baba akoso ni nua ba bi ba e de ba 10-year-old holy heart patient
wow
wafo wa hi bibisa ne say na mo ankasa matimi aboaboa mo ho amanya bi waso ne na sorifo nyina aka mo ho abom 2000 na wanya abofran so hia mo into ben there say mp utu adamon and some of these things no wontimi nkata wani wo ho so utu adamon na otibi eboa esje abofran ne nkwa ma wo so ehye wo nkran
yeah
enti bia me di tudwai say adofo bi tie bia na wontumi tie bi ombeboa little Gerald omomo ano 10 years me ne doctor na wo hwe ne kasa okolebu wo se Thursday yemfa ne mbra enti me ne ombekọ Thursday to bia so wo mwa bia obetimi di aboa enti eno na ye dite Tano North
right so
na do dan kwa Akufo do adaroma na eja free senior high school aba ayi birthday no bebre free so benu achi no kra no de obebisa trunk de obisa chop box any niema kakra odi beko na tertiary for nursing training teacher training just say enko krasa It is a yes, free senior high bed in a free.
So how no super? Okay, as the Minister of State and the Ministry of Works and Housing, our responsibility is say.
Oh, so Works and Housing, yeah, Juma, yeah, no, yeah, means housing, and works, no, you can't a far drainage in a and gutter some home, and your coastal areas, no, you better say basic defense to protect lives and properties, and you know, but me focus on affordable housing. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo de esi n'ani so say afiwe say tie bia no obehye housing mukina na yetimi asi ankra dan kakra e de aboa emabunu ene ye nyina say wo hwe ye housing deficit ra e bia ebi se 1.7 ebi se 2 million say yen share dan ye comprehensive research bia hu deficit in itself, but literature any the supply side any demand no okay kaboma utimi edi kuhu se bia say na eko intimiji di say housing and population census here very important and a very key to our ministry say adofo a enra na emso mu wie but ya sa extended enti dofo a wotie mi a ye nyankan wo no me enra no mitutu mi ka kwese da no eko constituency ma ye kan mi na me pesa me kan me constituency nyina identify with them near kind more constituency enti mo am yen kan mo no me sra mo omo de numbers bi atodwa a obetimi afre adwuma mo ye na so pa ebi o mbeba ofie na akọ adwuma o mbeba fie na akọ dwom o mbeba fie na akọton ade enti ne bia o ba fie be imprenum prensa enti wan kasa from na yen kan obi se de ba ye behu nipa dodo na no ye behu nipa dodo a ehia adan nipa dodo a ebe municipality we say ye clinics and hospital dodo say wa ha or say ye akwan say wa ha or say esi adan say wa ha ni nyina agina ye census so ne beboa ye nti mesramo wa wotie me bia ye nyankan wo no bomodin ase obefre anabetu anamo akọ offices na wache on baby omote na say e capture on the eve of the start of the whole process na watimi so atro wudi enti we have house and so a very capital intensive area and there are some major resources we here and son watimi asi adan de dikan asase because always sika na so wunya asase a untimi nsi dan wo wiem enti asase is very important and I am part of the world and even in Africa hano asase ukoto asase ukra ankra ukoto asase ba kono so wan hwe na wan duadua mu yi a wan hwe asase no be koni aton ama nipa miensa enti investors in the housing industry they have a big challenge in the acquisition or acquiring of lands enti no mudi nkoma lands ade ahia wo mompa enti ministry no afa ato e ho so say ye be acquire lands across the country ye be acquire land banks said the be ya say Wontumi for ne person be si dan e ma asokafo a oba ne wa asase a na aban ma wa asase a na chese wo mfa asase ka no enkoka o cost build up no ho
okay
na chese dan na wo besi no aban asase na wo si aban afa asase no ho ka enti e dan ni sie no ekwo no esese e bafo
okay
enu echi no obehia sika wo di besi dan no enu echi no usi dan no wie susu a wo ma ebeje dan na na wo ma ebeto ana wo ma ye rent to own and so another factor is to say you can't want some the tosu bio technology DC dino we say na nanom tete decades ago 10 20 30 40 years ago no mo de latrite na na esi dan obekọ na omo de omo nsa omo de border no na
te
kokọ na de yensa akwa ho a sa dan e bia di 40 years o what is e bia buda what is here say na kokọ na bia buda
no
eno kwa na de yensa na eye na sa hoodin wo wokọ amanoni a wokọ America ni Europe ni ade a amu yusu prefab wokọ America dan bebre yesi wonyina yenua enso Ghana ha ye timber kwa pa wokasi yensi inuadan wa ha be say Akufo-Addo bre so de inuadan no si yensi wa enso ye de millions of dollars ekoto sa dan ni bi wa abrochi. We are looking at how we can incorporate alternative building materials like local materials into the conventional way of building no your brick and mortar na ye de bia no kwan be ne befa so a ebetimi use looking at our dynamics within the country no ebetimi tap into the local industry local materials ebema edansie no abafom me no twe ubeje say cement ne iron rods ade chi ade sabia
ekoso.
And I've been asking myself say the last budget a lot of tax waivers, tax intensive, tax this, and then air so, sir.
I must still any boy costume.
Maybe sir, Ministry of Trade. So I think Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Finance would have to put their heads together and find out exactly what is happening. So nipa bi na asheda ye on wadwen say ye be so this trend. Niaka say some we na near me kosoa say because there are other cement factories. There are about 9 of them. Mo kra bi so mo produce cement no kra na ye shut down to even those AC dino you will be in excess. Etimi hu de ntia say cement wo ekosro got iron rod na echina beko na atum. Enti sa niema we nyina enti na ye hwe say ekwan be na e befa so. And laterite investors the baby and contractors the baby are adding value to laterite. A bit the cement scrap a bit the quarry dust, a safra no man molding into blocks. And no more freba could be sandcrest, and more free land crest. A bit so a concrete or more de chimbots, I did concrete nigum, not just any caneka want to be fake and answer. Now you see by looking at that, we also have to take our environment into consideration. Yeah, we say, environment in a system which we can compare man on idea. And to share environment, now share climate, now your system, now share now between tap into the local industry. That's the way to go. Maybe constituency say we have a lot of clay deposits. And to one district, one factory, break and tile factory or ton or so. Atano so adengo say I administration block the Messi factory na wi mo on the second or last tranche of almost support for Medicine Bank normative machines number nearby be installed near to me start production me I say no only contractors BD come na ka breaks a ebisi breaks would you see there no boarding ebiso says no board yet there a lot of research into breaks but me ankasa decided say may use breaks na mahwe the cost build up my savings are a bit to me. And in my new chips compound, 2-bedroom apartment for midwife and nurse a home, toilet and bath a home. Our me constituency now. Your share cost build up now. We are saving about 30 to 40% as against the brick and mortar.
Wow.
And it's so beautiful. I can show you pictures and no make hoko here. You didn't go a contractor no eba beboso. And we have to explore. We have to be innovative and creative. Na ye hokwan be fa so a e be sisi sa dan no. O man panyin so ama enya ntia so pese. Hu say enam say adan ho asem ye din e wo ye various constituencies ne ye potem nti no. So bi won cry now transfer no class on kodua nkwanta na okobechema na odwin be o prison officer nurse teacher ni na odwin be bi obeda. But say to be sisi sa ankra dan ni bi wo rural housing e wo ye potem a o transfer teacher ni so onko dua kwanta when you saw a very comfortable accommodation or hospital or school or the babenya biako obeko sa na ebema rural urban migration so better because people keep on coming to the urban centers to seek jobs any greener pastures are being readily available, so they end up putting themselves in kiosks, containers, and sleeping by the roadside. No more creative slums. Into Behuna area can kama no nobody kiosk ba kwa besia Behuna oton ade my dear betch no them ade betch na nua bia beka no no mu develop into slums. Into slums upgrade any development so and so comes with another cost. Nipa no otena ho na ne livelihood wo. Look as a wood to know are relocating to another place na be another issue. And to some when we near my year share a ministry ho ye free be redevelopment so who said it no Kwame Nkrumah breso no Now musi dan it be si dan ba ku si 1 acre of land so. Enti saa eyi ni nyina na it be ne contractors no ekọ apam na yetumi ama won asase ni bi no mo so esi apartments. Utimi eka edan be na ibo ma utimi nya be 40 apartments ekọ animu ye san so bebi o ye bebi infill. Enti when we nyina ade a ye hwe enti no titru affordable house na afi we de ye project na ya pagem andana na ado dan kwa akufo.
Mama mo figure bi a dodo bi a mo pese musi.
And the day I'm a member of Government Assurances Committee Parliament. And to your minister, Nabani Bisa question, I can say, oh, you bet we are so by China, maybe not the when we are government assurances for better which. Now, my name is Collins Uzama. Me 2 times in your number Government Assurances Committee. Son, I call my mines and energy, myself on the Communications Committee, same local government. Mean to me put a figure to it, but I have a feeling say Tibiano. So see them back what the deficit no so. Oh, and I dance no so. Okokumasi abos and confess dan be brayeton.
Yeah.
Oban crabos and confess dan be brayeton. But of one way. It's necessary demand side no so. Now while linking up to the supply side. So one show you like I say affordable housing. You see housing deficit it may pro. As a sort of costs, as a sort of demand side. 2019 ministry started a pilot program your community 22. Almost see dan kakra be 200 to start with. Almost chairman contractors. You know, people say see that 100,000, see that 500,000. And they're feasible so. And they're practicable. And they call the figures. I mean, you bear 4 or 5 and no more year 200, and I think within a year no more we. And the government ceded an extra amount of money to some selected banks, Ghana Home Loans, Stanbic, Commercial Bank. And you know, before I die no crowd, we see a no. Ni abo hu de ru ama nkrofo assign up say me pedan ni bi. E just so we here na onu so watofo. Na bank na so wasne. No matua mom, no matua kakra through mortgage. Because those are broche to phone na yeah yakwa na etimi to na outright to phone just auto no matua kakra bibia no kakra
na edan no affordable edina daso no edan is affordable sir.
Affordable a relative. It depends on your income. It depends on the location. It depends on the kind of technology. Nina comes to play. Say upese ukase dan awoto no e affordable. It is more than 30% of your income.
Okay.
So, enti no hwe no hwe location of a dan na obisi no hwe technology we use here because the dan obisi wo dua nkwanta no and then East Legon die ntimi bo enkoyepe. Enti na ye hwe saban hwe asase sem no ministry no kra no minister esu diguso woni roads ne energy and water and sanitation minister CD nkomo say ye betimi anya service plots.
Okay.
Enti na ya on-site infrastructure no. Enti answer na ka be ma asase do. Na ka yi akwan no na ye sewage no ya ye drainage no na ye de kanea ba ho na chese cost ni nyina no. Efiri so. Enti no ho nkomodie no eguso a ekoso. Enti na affordable ne de ye hwa say e betumi aba from na teach you ya promote rent to own because oko high dan na say you rent advance 1,000 Ghana cedis and 10 million old cedis ubetua for 2 years. It is oko high dan as every month say 100 Ghana na utua na hihye ho say 100 Ghana no utua ni fie na ifie numa e dan na utim no ebetia. I think that's the way to go. And we are promoting rent to own. And omampanyi so aka
ya ban na be sad na say mune ankrokro be kan bomai
ya ban nhihye ye ne grade so be kan bom because mabunu bebre wo ho a omu wie school a sika kro de ko han dan no e problem. Anything na ban de nhihye foforo ba say ye free bibi National Rental Assistance Scheme. Omampanyi person so ye rolling out what the 100 million Ghana cedis as seed money best artist adwumadie no na ye ne
when
aye on say ese unya data ewo adan ye wo ho so unya data wo me person high dan no so unya set up the structures it is our nkomodie ni nyina no ekoso said the beya so when we university when you adwuma wo ADB na NIB na say wo person ko high dan you can tap into the rental assistance scheme no now the bia ko high dan yes sir so competition ni aban amamusa tembian because demand outstrips supply no supply side no tembian na dictate pace no etibi na mede me ho even say rent act no kra no e ma ho kwan so obeju obi advance kra 2 years the rent act says 6 months
kromu
that's the point but that's the law
it says kromu
and because enforce law ni pi no enforce so a demand no eso chain
it will be need 2 months kra
supply side no enti me na mesi me dan and am say me dey 100 Ghana also untua 2 years ubetua 6 months and e kwai because kwesi so gina ho a woye den oje dan na sa abanye sisi bia na ebuo no ofom ni asa ye rental house national rental scheme so a ebema competition abem ema sa law na nipa flout all the time o metimi adi so say yeguso a ye to adwen ye amend law no at 220 no ye 1960 some na population kra say into population no kwa animu ti say ye amend but stakeholder consultation acquire divided some of the view say 6 months no and na enko ebi so ye fa nko 1 year ebi so 2 years no cry because between 2 years we 2 years respite if you are mechanic say ne be fira brochire bantimi ntu na waka say or the rent yin bi so abasatum enti no enkomodie no ekoso but I believe say as the law stands now no 6 months but ye ndi so but see I started
ye ntimi ni so
esese ye di so see I started chiche nkrofo set example enforce law na I think say people
say me messy be fie na obi behind me say this otua advance 2 years mame no na aban akwachi no
say ni say oji ni 2 years advance emra ni 6 months and also oji ni 2 years advance me rent officer ba ko ogos o bo adwuma basa onu ankasa na mafiefiem once oye a lot of advocacy because nipa be be kra nim say wo fie ra no kra na ma be han wo dan no a waje me rent advance na so otua 8% tax ma ban
rent tax
I'm telling you ebi so nim say me be je wo dan for commercial purposes so otua rent tax ma ban ebi so nim say emra no kra no 6 months and it says meje only do nim say 2 years 5 years 4 years we see ni dan and o dey ma
ti mesimi dan wa hene makokoben ena obi aba be han obehind dan zika otua maame no e wo se mikotua ho eto ma aban
sanity
na ada ne entimi nyeje
say GRA for amomo hu so o ma amomo hu so sa rent tax no pa enti no ade a omo egu so you have to do a lot of advocacy
so honorable it is something that is there nya fe na aban dey ba
enti be gidi se munyina mo beboa yen o say obi radio station bia enye sport politics NDC MPP your social issues bebre o ha o say deal with agenda no dey biam ka agenda ye a problem solving ministry and enye human trafficking issue na beba ye child trafficking child marriage child labor so many issues domestic violence sanya many nyina nyama bebre ekotia yen say your rent issues one huge area me gidi say yen nyina fatu ehun ye di hu nkoma ebeboa yen me rent officer metimi me kwa meja wo number ma wo bia bre no bra no betimi afre no na mo ne omo soso edi rent hu nkoma me gidi say yen nyina ye start di sa nkoma na bema ya dwen ya ba de ye no soso ne aye papa ba ya nya ne sa de a emwa because we na mesimi na said you okay na mesimi de baji 1 cedi also de 2 cedis na mra ne senti na obetua ene ekwai. That is where we find ourselves at the moment. It is a mampanyi any abain tina kufu administration start affordable housing project started bi wo asokware mampon ena pon ena botemai ena wa tamale ena kuforidua but 2005 the ntimi anwie ena yeko opposition ena say yede asokware mampon was handed over to snit for complete pon was handed over to TDC ena botemai to snit say the one tamale ama state house na omso so egusu a omototo omniema ne akwa wie nti affordable house ne de megidi say ukọ other jurisdictions are maybe to say in South Africa kra ebi wo ho a two types betimi aye no very standard social house na obi abetimi akwa ebi wo ha 2 bedrooms no kra no floor no kra no ye entirely squided it is auto dining we are now renting now we only na pese tiles a wa pese odi to no ato ebi wo kra sink no kitchen one sink the penny are provided now wa pese your cabinet and why ebi also it comes with the floor tiles, wall tiles, kitchen cabinets and all that. Ministry, we are still coming up with modalities near the day. Your floor size for the 2 bedroom, we are looking at 80 square meters. Floor size for 3 bedroom, about 90 to 100. And the floor size for 1 bedroom, also about 60 to 55. Technology, no near share. Says a mere crown, me fatuma. My call rounds bebree na de manage a hye me kra ne say ye na nanoma hemfo nyame nhwram se mampanye ani suade hu magye atum na moso ministry na sing se mo beboy otumfo oti kokoso nana wa nana onabu fida prempe ene me ma wachi anope nana yedase nana ama ministry no asase 220 acres what they do 220 mikro mo hine duan kwanta man hine wa 100 acres yamfo man hine ma 100 acres goso man hine ma 50 acres techi man 50 acres other places ko foridua na no menua bema baako honorable Aliu Mahama wase memra no itamale yeko north ahemfo no bi so ready so bema ya asase wo ho eti ehye min kran
all right
pa se migidi se anamo na ene anisuade hu na mampanyi di asi nani so no se dua nkwanta kra de state house for kra de omo sin de jabesi ho a omo abesisi omo pilesa migidi se animu ya by next month we will say contractors ewo dua nkwanta ye sha affordable housing as well.
All right, Honorable Frida Prempe, Tananoff MP, Minister of State at the Ministry of Works and Housing, and Yenini Dinkon. Membusasa we are coming to for my phone babume. Sagleme.
Sagleme de mi baby. Where be Sapra Kamia Meka Wasam?
And what's something to say?
Sagleme, Almighty. Let me just give you a gist of Sagleme. And maybe me a deputy minister will housing no. So I can be tell bi no. Oh, can sim hunu bi no. But the book attend the program so eso pa me poto.
Sir.
I was Sagleme ho. Say no any facts. Sagleme no. Ye nuanom eko je bosia. $200 million. See basi dying 5,000. At the time no. So ka so basi dying 5,000 at 200 million. Na yes about home say $40,000.
$40,000
to start with and affordable. Number 2.
It's now affordable. $40,000.
Number 2, any brick and mortar. Preferable. It's affordable. Number 3, almost share dynasty, you know. Any noon, any nansa. Nasika ye tuyama contractors no. Over 40,000 is it 40,000 or $400,000 something mini betimi amamo breakdown no and what you know who's a parliament na approve ye see enkosi sa dan no it is up so amend bibia wo
o yes san bi umu
a it's a parliament but the pekuo bi tra ministry ho without recourse to parliament etwetwa niema mu reduce the scope of works from 5,000 to I think 1,506. That's the first amendment at the same 200 million. and which no almost I share bio. As I reduce no 1,204 at the same 200 million.
No, some reasons in the say.
And they just say that some AG, a quite attorney generals, of course, CID. In terms of do what?
Okay.
They are told me as almost a third amendment. As I to a consultant for car, Sab Mrena MPP by an anna ye shim and son a ye 200 mono, and then you say to a consultant be a car. It's the end so ever. And he may honorable touch here. He's a lawyer. And you know of a tone who say, Obeshim. And son, I say, Obeka Copebusi and Bia de Bishimwa, or the Aquabishim, and I think say that was the right way or right thing to do. Because obey manager and I say obey minister, you inherit assets and liabilities. It is a problem, but you have to solve it. And yeah, share a massagly me, and say, Wabra, Yadisika Ashim. Into Magana Institute of Surveyors, Echo assessee, a dino, the yes year do bear 10%, the yes year do 40%, the yes year do 50%, and Momodium report by. Now reporting no, my who says a percent ye the 1,204 a year at various levels of completion. We need an additional money of $32 million.
Hey, there's a 200 million, asa.
200 India. Your contractor neka 97 point something %. Why did 200 million every? That's the bottom. Oh, that's the bottom line. I can send you the payment schedule, Sikaya, how much is needed to complete and everything right from my phone from here. So it's 200 million there. Say a year 5,000 now. We need additional 200 million to complete. And a new budgeting as a sort of sika. It was say, do to me a private sector to support you. And you say no. We have two options have come up. One is say, your Ministry of Defense for Ebedin kita home. Near said the Obama my military base and now said there. Two, ye be a games in 2023 Ministry of Youth and Sports so any edi home komo so mbeti me use facility no ba be use grace can say odi complete enti no so bit baby no fool say akufo ado aban I was so obesha affordable housing mukina or say obesha say Maslow's hierarchy of needs food, clothing and shelter is equally important. Without shelter we no me enti na ha na akufo ado betnase e de ne say guachi some bebe masadly me arote. It's never going to happen. And that is not the intention. Me buy na your predecessor no much project biase for the Ghana Navy. MPP buy and attach here. Ye baby ye. Me amene vice president and ye kokko bishi edima wo. Ye second phase ama police for what sano. And there's no way I beka sasagli me edan ye be jesi ho ayenye. But wontimi fiti prekope e ka se me ba ma hu se ntontra we gu ho. Enti me de we koto ha me we koto ha. Eye aban sika eye taxpayers money me no mienu sika so obu ho akonta. Enti esesa wutimi eye ehwehwem ehu eka eda ho wahu de mdi hyem ebeye ehu de odi beye ansa na watumi etu ho anamo. Enti enye da se ministry ni nya nadwen se ebetu aso.
Enfie nan ekodum hwehwemu na nchai.
Sa na obeka no. But enchesa because ye tu ho anamo bebre. Ti na make say nkrata sem so bem. Ministry no chro koma attorney generals. Some so more because Ghana Institute of Surveyors for report on media bano. Say netie. Attorney general so ahwehwem. I respond say almost smell it a rat. They smells some criminality in the whole process. Enti I refer ma yes from CID. CID for so ayo mo hwehwemu. E de omo so docket or whatever akoma Attorney General's Department, AG, Ministry of Justice. Enti that's where we are now. Enti no ntimi yenyiran kran ni mu entutu nkran ni. All right. Esika na odi ye adwuma. ebiane say ye maame no mu ayi allowance se mi ba ye ya ye no buru ho ha bebre meanwhile ebim so agi o but akufo ado breso wase magi free kofo abreso a ye mfa nhyehyɛ papa ngu akwam said ye be ya ye betimi abu ho akonta na nka se pa akwasi a na ohene ba esori a na afa ha na akɔgye sempo a na afa akɔgye kapre na ya allowance eno ni dia abayi o ma me fa sa akonya we so na me maame no first lady ni second lady me ma on yakɔ ayawa yenum bi e dia yawom na me san hye won kran say ye dasoa esobwom ye we cherish them Auntie Rebecca sebi o medi o yi first lady no ate no honi nase Samira ababa waso no obi adwuma pa o oye adwuma papa na se sa asem we ba e se de esi asopa wo mo no ene wo ma kire leadership osipam no twa no the enka na won ma gi bi dada no
hanuma
Lordina Mahama ene emisa atayire ene atamose yire ene wo aka mpanifu aka ni nyina no we are expecting and hoping some so beka so mbe refund from day one
abesine
the omaji cause Auntie Becky anyway o ma refund o mudie
yeah
from day one it almost so refund but me dey me feel say komodie bi ba say ya e was say to adwene me na mama adwene say me nka ho asem because ye nuanu bi di court ya ye me nua kuma abronye so e di court eti ye nyina ye hwe constitutionally no de e be free mu aba but I think say na mo matu no ne kwan so because omo ma nananom na oma ene omo nananom te na ye sopaw e wo radio so wo TV so e wo na no eye ye ba ye kura ye nuanum bebre wo fro kura na edidi watam you know but I think say the first ladies are also doing a great job seriously me can say hospital equipment kwa manya wo Rebecca Foundation esombo titisika no 5 billion Ghana cedis 5 billion with the trucks akese be 9 na mbetwekoi enya menko a MPs bebre de kodan no me can say Afcon Women's Championship na me na meche LOC no me de kwato nanim say ye pese use Elwak Sports Stadium as one of the training facilities but unfortunately don't changing rooms no enye papa asai ma me no fato no ho so e beri no beti changing room no enye ne kama emene okọ Elwaka unse ya pejam eti okọ konfanochi he ya hwedwumadi obedi wo ha hwe Samira Women's Empowerment nan mo hwa na ama ne operations team for afreme say person training of emaya ewo omo pamade omo yetire omo ye nails ya acrylic no omo person omo ye facials ni ade no obi anfa list kakramra na onu nkope support no fa me training mabunu wo constituency menko adi am de koma no 400 so ati ase it is 400
wo gini nyina
me gini nyina
wo ya du frupe
esam de enu se bebia de unya de ba de afida be hu wo oka so ma me 10 na me 20 aha Rose minister so onya hwe ni CCTV no se me ba say adfida asema bebio because tem bia o se pursue na ko pe bi be fie enti say adwumadie we nyina no omo edi and a lot of people look up to them. They are a source of motivation and inspiration, especially Samira, to young people. And to say, you decide nemo we be tagi omo na bre won sunsum krase. That's say juma omo edi omo kra eye no because ye campaign. Samira call around sa bedu yamfo na bobe anafjo no wotwe.
Wow.
And so na on show tiredness. Or to areas constituencies krase nyinara. Bebia wagun maya fino na. Auntie Becky, I date na any mom office. Some kwata ho e receive ahwhwa no mkonum ti. Omkoye adwuma pa. So kwa Auntie Becky officer. E doma egu ho no. me susuru aka meka say chese ekeka kwa de ekọ Jubilee House because ima de problems eba emebru de problems eba queen mothers de eba ejomfo de eba health for de eba school for de eba mami na ho brase na no ne kasa so okoto no na so wo hawa kasa no be kasa no kra ma wo ha no esote enti na enye fe se yesi de otwa san onim se na chiachia enti se enhihye no eni susuye na ye nyina parliament 7 parliament na mo hobi ye nyina ye kabo mu gitum no se ne yesi constitutionally anko ya ebi na bronya de kokoti yenko tietiem but enya atem didie me didi se ne yie mu na ye pe se ye de yie betu ye ntimi ntina ho na sa asem wei emekata dwumadie papa eni akese a na nado danko akufuado mo my Ghana na no hwe interchange ya ekọ commission yi so wo ka obeche bi lamte eka tamale die bom na ka pokuase die bom a eho sika krampo no enu die ne obi di ye cycle de nko a na akufuado se me ya akwan me ye schools se covid bae me hu se ye health facilities no ye wo gap etimi beye agenda 111 me see hospitals across the country and then on savannah or commission insuo or kate sword for this project or ye we ni nyina nyuma pa we nyina ye be man no akata ne abeka allowance ni salary asem enu ti maame ne me maame enimia samira nyame yamo say mo say de daye kopem ya ni pitri enko ho na Ghana for omunya peace of mind ekọ quarter de court beka no ebetu ho anamon ye ntimi ene constitution ne metwe entwemanso enti no de mra no beka no ne de mra no beto no ne de ato
Arawo free the prempe me da ase no pay minim de beka twetwe na menya akwan
oh de meka se medical mebo mabaso ontumi wodwumadi amudidi aboa omai titu ebeye 2020 campaign this am host to MCs in DCs be mobia be showcase ni dwumadi a wadi no de kire nyuma papa na nado danko akufuado ne hihye papa waya ama omai ye besre se ye koyenimi dodo na aka ewenim ye nyina fa mpaibo nta na nado danko akufuado achi ene Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia na won hihye ni won susu ye pam wo ma omai Ghana no ye mua ni hye mukina ma bo maka matiwu no emfa ye nko baabia abato ekotu ye constituencies bebre wo hwa ye ho ye wo ye ho mpane ani pin se be ko gold ye nkokọ na meni asomasi ne koye na me na ma milusu primaries na me na manko bi na ebe preach skirt and blouse eno ne ye 137 na ye ntimi ntu to parliament eti mesre MPP mabunu ye nya dwumaden ye nka ye hu mom ne ye moa na party ni break 8 no na papanyi president kufo ne kana semse wo ye messenger wo party ma yes inside party ni power enti set ye bia no esese holding on to power ye betimi aye power no so we dey break 8 na ye dwumaden ye ahobrase ye se ye nyina be ye baako na ye timi aboa na nado danko akufo ado enti mechia ma me beki mechia Samira mechia regional minister mechia media member Wontumi enu mu nyina adwuma pa mo ye enu me constituency 4 oba no a se di no kra de oba no a adwuma
wura asompa de pa na wo pe
na no kra de me hene ba ko so de ba ko aka ho se ade yo enti no chese ni nyina na hye crying as much as say a very challenging and difficult situation that we find ourselves in, being a member of parliament, a minister of state, a parent, a mother, you know, combining so many things at the same time. I am residing school, but in your nature, Yanko Aboy. Me that turn on not of us.
Turn on not for
you from breaky 2024.
Sure.
Because the Jumani dear me twasso.
I say, Madame Waba, me ba. If I have a twasso wedding, come high Wontumi 101.3, Nafi Wontumi TV.
Has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
A good papa. Ganabam, if your apostle, your waist, all your body, you make bazaar.
Thank you so much.
me ba cho ma me Ghana ba mo me ke se ni mi no ke to ana mi ensa
se me ho na mo nyina tutu me waste me chi me be me ko so dwa nyina me yasa I feel good
wa osa abege what are they
no me am about hospital
Ghana ba to wait here from doctor no where you
e bia o
o massage na
20 cedi
this atia ba ko Ghana ba ye nto emeto ha afesa tia ba ko nti afa ntu obi 20 cedis
the doctor nemo se we the Ghana ba come say am tuo so so it me ta for Ghana ba you can resist.
Yare baako a ɛha yɛ mema pa especially ya yenya 40 years and above no ɛfa yɛn prostate ɛho wobɛtumi anya prostate enlargement anaasɛ prostatitis sɛ wokɔ ayaresa bia na ɛka kyɛw sɛ wo PSA level no ɛkɔ high a kae na hu sɛ wo prostate no ɛho yɛ atɔkyema sɛ hu sɛ wokyem ansa na wadwo nso wodwo nso a na emu apae anaasɛ edu anadwo a wotaa dwo nso a ɛna kae na hu sɛ wonya prostate disorder so wotumi didi ye anaasɛ wotatene wapom anaasɛ wonya daily supplement bi a ɛbɛtumi aboa ama wo prostate no egyina ne nan so saa mbarima nkyerɛkyerɛ we a natural link company a wɔmode Proslav capsules a ɛboa mbarima prostate true man ana dinner capsules ɛboa ɛmba ɛfiri kyirikɔ wobɛtumi afrɛ mo
Victory, edu papenie, victory, edu papenie, victory.
The one I'm going to 2 months for deal with victory, sir.
So you're real nuts na your swatch. You know victory garlic mixture no. You're going thing.
Hey, and the victory garlic mixture. Let me join the celebration.
Victory, edu papenie, victory.
Menu. Number gentlemen ndi me mu afrosa ne ye. Menya victory garlic no. Ena me ho atome.
kane no me nante kakra na makoma bɔ me periperi na mabrɛ na me ne so nyina bri me na sisia no menya victory garlic mixture no bibia ye kama
And then let's celebrate.
Da onya mfie dum yi no apemfo ene oba a ɔma no fo entimi mfasa adro yi bi.
Victory.
FDA agi edwadie enkrato yi atom.
21st clinic sciatica expert 21st clinic ye ho ne dia bibiduro esan yare wo ba ya yo lab test na wie no ye be ye o massage bi a wo ba wi asokra wo nya bi da ye wi de wato machine so ne dia bibiduro ne dia wo no enti wo to ase ho no entini na wo ho no esane fa wo sirem wanase wo nantu nyina fa wo nanso ho nyina no sa eho teche mape nurse wo die mia ye friend sciatica na wo mo ye expert e wo Ghana ha no 21st clinic ye wo more than 10 branches e wo Ghana ha wudu sunya ne ye nie kumase enkran baabi a se ye bie foforo e wo tadi ma efie kuma number 9 eho na sciatica expert 21st clinic adwuma obetimi afrɛ wo frɛ number no branch na ben wo ne a kyerɛ wo na wo kɔ hɔ 0540 311311 0540 311311 sciatica expert 21st clinic.
Michael, we support the new system. Yeah, Mama Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Let's not go be able to go any better.
Me ko support my business for new immune system. Hey, asa she Michael t-shirt. Ma to t-shirt. Me pa ba be fan kai no. Ni t-shirt go mama.
Boss, champion, boss. Come stop. Mr. Only one.
Okay.
Michael, supporting a new system.
And your well-being.
Vico 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Dr. Solomon Asa Kanehubi, a Solak Natural Clinic. A hodie, Yemfire Yanko, and San Franco Fie, na latest machines are, or Diaba Clinic hodie, and Saweni, and so catch the cry. Oba Power, Bema when you low sperm count. Say yes, Sisiari, what possible person a yawya, after prostate enlargement, any prostate cancer, ɛna infection bi a aba prostate ne mu deɛ Solak Natural Clinic ɛbɛtenete na ɛba diabetes ɛne kooko ɛne obi a wɔyɛ kɛse aboro so a ne nyinaa ɛho nnuro wɔ hɔ a ɛbɛtuma ma wɔanya fa ahodie prɛko pɛ ɛnɛ deɛ yɛnkɔkyinkyini pii ɛnkɔsɛ sika kwa ɛbrɛ Solak Natural Clinic ɛwɔ hɔ a wɔmbɛma wɔ ayaresa papa ne boɔ san da fam sɛ ɛba machines papa na ɔwɔ ultramodern diagnostic machine a obɛtumi de ahwehwɛ wɔ mu ɛho yadeɛ bia ɛhaw ɛbrɛ a wɔmmerɛ ho koraa wɔsan wɔ body mass index machine a wɔde bɛhwehwɛ nipadua no ɛho sɛ biribi a ɛnso ɛdeda n'akwam wɔsan wɔ liposuction machine a ɛboa ma obi a wɔayɛ kɛse aboro so no ɛyiyi sradeɛ no nyinaa firi nipadua no mu Solak Natural Clinic asan de massaging machine a ɛbɛtumi miamia wafiri wo tiri so akɔsi wo nase ama honam asisi wo ho so yie paa ɛma obi a nadaw ɔhwehwɛ ɔmo a foɔ ne kyerɛ kentenkorɔ no ɔmo ne Shell filling station no ɛna di nhwɛ ne mu ana frɛ 0241 590 837 0241 590 837 Solak Natural Clinic ayaresa fie papa no.
Spark Healthcare ayaresa bia foforo a abepie Kumasi Kurimu ɛwɔ anoma so ɛne odium kwantempɔn no so sɛ ɛyɛ dwonso mu yadeɛ yɛfunu mu yadeɛ mpanimfoɔ a wɔwɔ prostate mu ɛhaw ne ade hepatitis ulcer anaa bibia no ɛno nso yɛwɔ nimdefoɔ a wɔn nso so akwadare ɛwɔ saa ayaresa no nyinaa yɛwɔ scan center ɛno nso so yɛwɔ scan machine a ɛyɛ abɛɛfo sɛ ɛyɛ awoɔ nso so na wɔpɛ a ɛno nso so ɔba Spark a ɛno nso yɛwɔ nimdefoɔ a ɛno nso bɛboa yɛn adɔktafoɔ a ɛwɔ ha no agyi ntiteɛ ɛwɔ Ghana ɛne ewiase afanan nyinaa oba na sɛ wohia massage na na sɛ akomutenetene a ɛno nso so yɛwɔ obi wɔ hɔ nom a ɔno nso wɔ training ma papa firi amanɔne yɛwɔ nnuro ahodoɔ nyinaa fɔ yɛn yadeɛ a yɛtiti wɔ ha biara Spark Healthcare yɛsɛ yadeɛ no ɛbɛtu afiri wo nipadua mu.
Fresh Spark Healthcare wɔ numbers a ɛwɔ TBC
ɛna yɛ wohun sɛ
Why you fantastic? Say, dear, we in charge of ahemfie one kasa. Losing the layman capsules. A mob sissy go to Juma yet ding. No bread you must saw with shank kasa. Nana, no, near.
So, losing lot cake, Mr. And let's see you. I'm also what if you want take your free to come to I say for semi boom round them see me dear say what. Me mwatentia losing lot care Mr.
Losing the layman capsule.
What you pay
more than a Losing Lord care Mr.
Losing delay my capsules.
Do you know why you feel?
Delay man capsules and men do if you do what they cronk one and a law care mixture so a painful and my woman new for anyone I want if you do what train son come FD Ashisha sa a jedi and crater you mo adja to muse.
For the day after 8, Mamene Uraire Nana Mamu Aben ending come from Solak Natural Clinic. We are Rai Shakti Brube, George Acom, and Dr. Samuel Free. I ready na me no more atwa yen come to channel so. Mrs. March.
Yeah, will be a day.
Where?
Yanko Padum.
Okay. Obi the catcher say. Me ene dia na se one or do adwuni
se me am dada nya ma adwam de minim
sa ai okay ya fanasa ya fanasa
so bi ahoye
my can be open application amount for apply
oh eno ho
we o ma ba interview na
je me make kan de minim de make but obetimi I say obetimi aye no why
you are set interview panel no one better us ya to 2 one
okay
Dr. Solobo here
ya me adom ne hoye pa
yenin komo Solak Natural Clinic
me da se ohene ba
ye ba se ya na eye Solak ne Zebman ehun komo ene ye ba bebo ye chiacha obi bia o hweye ene obi bia o tie ye me pacho what is Solak mixture ho asem na se wonto obi da bo moden se obekwa akotobi heba shop bi ebe wo no boru aho ne ka se Solak mixture me pacho me pesa edro ni bia to otoma ona wo de kofi a eye anom na adanse a ya wote senkofo edi ewo Solak ho no me pacho enya atrobi ena omo edi obi a infection how pa ewo sebi unsuma yem oba infection aja himfie na boso bema infection ene wo bema ne edi chempe no edru ba ko a ebetumi atu ase ede ama wo underline word ne yese etu ase ede ama eye Solak mixture eya wote se ye ka Solak mixture ne ade so asotwan enye bibi entie wo maka se ye wo fufu a oho se banche ne bode ne enso a aduane ne entimi nso twan enti ansa ne yebeka se bibi aso twan no na che se bibi so baabi ansa na twan ye no etumi aba oba sebi one wura edi agora ade ne ntimi nchimu na etututu rofrof no wo ye ka aso twan na wontimi fa wano matum untumi kura nka bi sanse wa wodju hutum se enkosa but se de nyame esi ye ma ene emema ye private area ho ne mo de e was enka anytime a wo mumienu be hia e wa agudie mo no e wo se twan ye etumi ba enu ne ma agro no eye de because se udi agro sa e wo mpem na se be friction ankoso bibi anka bibi ama bibi antwi bibi a wonti ade ne de enu ne de yaw eba no but obi infection ewo ho sa wo yoba anase bema no wo de ne entimi nso twan na ye wo de ebe ye wo ya enu nti ne yesi Solak mixture no kone kotobinom me ka ne se no wo se Solak no eye ma ne mema nyina ena enom wo ye bema wo se ade ne hia na ehi eya na metumi nua no mema ne fo se edu ba bia wo so ahonhom ni nyina hwa wie no wo kɔ no so wankana no wantum wo kɔ wo so ahonhom ne hwɛ no wo san de bɔ hyɛ taata ekire entedu baabi na se ade na te yade na ehia na adwena yɛ ne se o bɔ hyɛ me hyɛ asomasi a mani so ana abaya ya me ni koye we ya me ka we kire na manfa amani ni wakoye mbibi onkoye wo hwe wura enna ade na te infection enu na de fon ne eba no enu na ama ade ni ehi na shrink no wonya Solak mixture na se wo nonomu a wo be hu sese nyi obi na sebi waba odua eye ade ena wade na kwakote be ma me se ade na no timi yi ko enti won kasa kura wo dwonso na wo yi hwa na wo suro enti ama agura wose wudie wasedie se be ma wose wo ye ne mpem na ye hu sampa wo be ma no wontimi nye oba bi kan wose be ma enye taibo enye shirt she enye eniema abe lift mu abeti ayetan ene kasa wo bema ne mum bema ne de ohun oni oba hia mpamu a ana oba ne kwado a wotumi do yi ha wo de menka ne sa woni oba akodem na akodo na wudo yi a obi abete wa no yi nso a obi abete etimi ne wo a enka mesiesie me hu yi na mekwa metumi ado yi sese kan na no ohun na fa kodo yi na oba na kasa eni hu adanse enfa enkyere bema ema ka ho asempa ewe kyere titiri wagudie mo no wona wo bema wo enye de ema bo kyanku ni ye ka ho asem ana sabi sopa ne ye sopa wo we petre yo wo ko eja no ka gai kwa mesrewo ma ye nka asem papa ebasa na wote kura bonse ema wo ankasa wo muduro no ekosoro Solak mixture be ye sade na ma nti wo ye bema na hu se ade ni hia na ehi eya na ensan bia begu wo kwa de wo hu nsa no but fonwa na efon nom Solak mixture na se infection bi aba honom sana oba so abema ene wudi agora ade ni ntime nche entime nso twan sabi eya na ye hurohuro no eya nom Solak mixture na wonso infection na aba honom a eye sa no ebeyi ni nyina afi honom na ama ahonom no aye kama eye Solak mixture enti ne ebone ma na se aso twan me patro heba shop bi em kone kotobi na enonom na ebesiesie oba ene bema nyina enum solar mixture wi a oba ne de wasiesie ne ho awie o na mmom bema ne de wo wadwuma so enti wo hia boafo na etimi aboa wapian na blog ne watwa ne yie maka sese ye kwa akobobo a pitch na ye bobo wo so no ahosiesie no nhada no so se players na wo begina pitch ne so abobo no se ye pitch ne kama ensu ntata pitch ne so bo se grass ne etwa level kama ye wie pitch ne de ato honom aye suitable for game no but players na eba begina pitch ne so no e wo se wonya stamina a obetimi edi afa 90 minutes ne nyina first half 45 first second half 45 first half ne krampo no extra time ana ye de minute kakra etoso edema ansa na 90 minutes na chia ye de extra time atoso awie no so obi anhye bia ye de penalty sunso asabem enti de wo gina pitch ne so de wo hia stamina pa a obetumi edi aye wo ne be ma wo ko gina pitch ne so enti wonum solar mixture na wo de aye warm up no e wo stamina ne tumi ba Zipman capsules na be ma stamina no na wetimi agina pitch ne so ache abo full 90 minutes extra time be mukura wasan de abo panyan wo wie ni nyina echi atena be kasa na go no aba 3 points no na ye de ama be ma wetimi yesa no na won sa ka Zipman capsules wo de make ne so be kasa agro na medi kone kotobi herbal shop mu chemical shops mu enye na ebo na no pamienu enwumre mienu be hu sampa say why you fit be ma bi ho no mu asabi pokura wontimi ensibi entini tv ene de bia cheche enemre aye kwane degeta ena ade oda so eye cheche de bi nom Zipman capsules na entwa ni clean enfama se wapre kura me se po ni gina so nte no oba na be ye adwuma wo wi a 3 points no won na ye yen so ne de be ma wo esa se nim se be ma ene nke yesa won saka Zipman capsules de make nyina bonus wonsa ebeka wuhuru wuntini mu no na menti na hode enne be ma stamina no na watimi aye adwuma na ache panyan obete da na Zipman your numbers 0245 61 60 28 and 0261 73 62 ohine beti for nshan so say solar mixture no oba ne be ma bia etimi no bi enti wo your oba ne wahu infection betituru odepo pa hawa enkase mi rade onya odepo ma ne binom sansa wo bia mo ne wo eda esode ne de sebi oteba akudi kura wo de aye no enti eti function so ne atwe function so se solar credit eye ma ne mema infection bia ebeto ase na mom de ema bema no agina so na wabo panyan ama points ne de ama no wadi ne mensem ewo mpemo no eye Zipman capsules na edema anopa mienu enwuma mienu bema eye anunum bi na ebeboa wo pa
number ni biu
number ni BM 0245 61 60 28 and it was 0261 73 62 Oyina ba ni nyina ya WhatsApp lines enti se wo ama no ne na wo tie yenya obetimi afan WhatsApp call ahakra obetimi afa obi oso person ye voice note kakra bi na o kire ni nsemu se the infection ni si ye no ansa na wakoto adru na ni nyina number no obetimi ede ayesa.
All right, me ba se na me ba bedwafo no abetrase abedi enkomo nana ama amwaben na motin nkare eno sulak ho enkomo na yedi no. yama to aso ofie ebre no ko ora George akom mamin kase drobonso such Afram Plains ni di da mampani anim den say yenye no abai cratch panyi and pay the official mamin kabi say it will be good say everybody day as the next DC for the good people of Setre Afram Plains. We share na ho brasie ni nimdie na ho fama and the appreciation of issues of governance. Afi seriously partner ye the Wayama party no was a Tescon patron. Na afi Tescon patron fu nyina makom ho abom no mo general secretary right? Omo general secretary Ora George akom Monkaino na it will be good say mampani ne omua omusu so adweno the ultimate right no is in the bosom of only the president say ono ebitima chair the okoye catch penny ewo ebia metropolitan municipal and those assemblies are etwa yeho ehente such Afram Plains Georgia com monkai ma menche me abosom pem so na yenhwe alright Shak
oinewa
ma chai
yenia
honamu
kakrakra na onzo
adom
great
adom sabusuafo nyina ho ye
eguso
test confo nyina ho ye
onyame adom efie boko
enyanko pasi ya be sorry ba hwe ya be sorry with the wait for the list of the CEOs and then MMDC hese na watchi bi be hunu ho pupe kakra
okay
na then these chief executives maybe board members as well other boards are entity you know and also but first a statement from the office of the first lady Abba say kasa ye ni nchiwasho abanyina decision and recommendation ntiamwa bedu committee no ye no oninyina eso onye crowd say ta ehye na by person ye no kra no ono so ebe subscribe to that and again allowance ye tuama no from January 7th 2017 ebe nyina no obe refund ni nyina free say otiwe sabe odini nkui dada nti one Samira ebetu saa anamawono na yehu yenim mama share with you on that
ohineba me feel say yengina ye mame no the whole Ghana ye mame no abrewati akasa na ye tiwe tembia no ukofia obompa yesa obakwa to abrewatia if you say wisdom na nkasa no ya na ekura wo enkomo bai maka na mintimu biem say position bi wo ho a bema okokokofa wodie wona wodi oposo nenso so and oba wo kan ho a oye wo yere enema sa position na wakodi no wodi ema wo oba no ofam no ya na nya ne maketo asa in fact so wotie Barack Hussein Obama ansana o gia tumukra se wono nimdie ni sua hunu esipisita na emom no wo kase wono no wo ba betu ne nice wo bekokpe American president no the first clearance that he needed was from Michelle so and according to Barack Obama the first time only Michelle or catcher Michelle said no what you say yes and sometimes you inject that and factors anima when mungina ansana
or pay another time as an natran say atwetwe nkomo year finally Michelle Obama then etiase enti odi ni president ni wie no ewie no kra no na esese publicly opana yiricho say enema on the presidency no or the Obama I go through nyina. But you see, under Barack Obama, over 200 years of existence of America, and omunya the best ever public healthcare system. What you see? They call it Obamacare. Joe Biden buy or no so one must This is the point that I want to establish, is that and near my papa ni bebre me mane no me manage credit no but say a man no o madwen say wo mo cash wo ifia enkan timi ye man ye so yeno nti no me free say anamo Mama Rebecca and Mama Samira me penny namoa omotuo no ne ginaya omosie no. I say it brings finality to the whole brouhaha. And we needed it as government, and then we also needed it as a party. What you say? And me feel say koka ni na no. Na what you we die. Em ko na we die. Na issues surrounding first lady, second lady, wo mo allowance ne wo mo aketua sembia no. Na ya dia na etwa party ni here government ni here say oman Ghana yen ankasa na ye fi say ye toto adwene nese efata say ye de anidie ebema ye maame mpanimfo yi na ya pe bibi na ye de ama wo mo then we can do that. But you see, you were John Dramani Mahama Twister or the Befemu and all that. You, if it was illegal, you participated in the illegality. One of them, and so I had a dream. Maybe I am on your seminar. Well, I'm not surprised because one of the was say Sebaza officer obinya emfaso ewoswa and away and trokra na obi dineze u dineze ebemu wetimi enya power. Who didn't truck a crap film. Now, why as a president, former president, I don't know what can we say. What do you expect, say, or the so if you say, Mama Rebecca say, and you why ye Santa Mine Confanochi Teaching Hospital, mother and baby unit. Yeah, the back kind of. Yeah, the back kind of because you see, Usha documentary. Said Kwame Boateng a year next to die. Our Confanochia. Me say that time on shows our documentary no say Naya Abruchra and can Minister of Health I know what NDC pension. As I say, and Kaya Chinitum. Son will hand you over, all right. But Ushadiana ne Koso Confanochia and Quada Ewusano and the conditions na ne one mother and baby. Center and as a unit honor said an ankorane is you and the doctors are more brana or more bre or quabrane mammy and say ko womunina or bonany and any so that documentary no or any about meant me and twice. Now mammy it me raise over 10 million Ghana cedis. Or in about done so. Anna or ye chairman of the professional committee for election 2020 Tima na me kahon. One of our encounter with the health service professionals was very clear. Say no, said in Enkorani wu no, anti-sabi. Now we say we are say ananasi, say Ghana ananasia. Uchedi amponyango pon obeda nasi. Oni ba me bisia.
Doctor,
boss,
Machi,
Yenya,
where?
Nyame adom pa me ho ye na wo so
adom na
I say voice no share that appetite
appetite nature say
it doesn't sound to say the originally I say voice no I say I say any number two should be near him but
to aniaji
many dear was a
some voice na sir
and was I shot come on, they say you want to deteriorate my level, and yes, Anna, Ama BBI is uncomfortable, but the BBI no impact of Yantos. Oh, you better say no why. Diana, yes, but John Mahama
is that in gas and Menewa?
Oh, okay.
What's sorry, Bano?
I'm sorry.
Negative the better on the super fan is Zika.
Oh, one day when you check. Oh, you're very fond now, bachelor saying. We will find the money. 3 point. You see, I can't remember who said, and I be the other 2 days, he said, or refer 3.2 something. You're very fond. We will find the money. Yes.
Hey, on only the 3 point saying
2 million, a
little over 3.2.
Yes, 3.2. You're very fond. We will find. Hey, you say, assemblies for no dear. We say, also a church member. We will do our best. You best support.
3.2 million.
All right, Mammy too.
Oh, about Medasi, any Akonya new production team. I find this spouses unfortunate. Na mejidi say enye the wife of the president, the vice president, Troko Sebia, ye more this allowance and Sebia this salary. And it be portrayed say sana among focus Ekufuado Krana or see in Tiana Yereka. It was a committee that was set up after a constitutional a year. I was say every 4 years CBR. Now I have a document now that interior committee no at the Bayern. I say na president woman, president monument woman, and parliament is the issue woman, and other state institutions like EC, NCC, even judicial service cry no more dear so that is the judicial justice no. And if it was a recommendation that has been given out, now at the end of the day it has been approved. I believe it's just being formal. Yema deny formal. And I will agree, say, was a deny formal in the sense, say, yebema accountability, ebitimi abem. Accountability ni nyesibia, because on my sika yes spending ewo yen penny for ejuma diemu because ofi ejuma omudi ni so a se bi omo ba so a obi anka nche omo so omunye bibio, but they take it upon themselves to undertake a certain project be a beboa or mining na. And so okay Nana Kunedu Ajima Rollins, the impact of Nana Kunedu Ajima Rollins. I want to mean can't say be a wakufie no. Onko tenefie sa. Esa nana the country several appreciate it na ho former awodema because look at Nana Kunedu Beijing conference 31st December women ayi anya hwe kra, and even though he was able to psych what the bibi kra to manage dream say bia oba obetimi aye bibi. And those things no be a who be say ehun hia but ehun ni fa so, but that ability no ama a man nya more empowerment be a omo etimi aboa Ghana pa na se be a wotifia na be a yes ye ntua na allowance be en fama no ana ni protection and you may be wo a we should be a little bit careful kakra na ye nya no say ase enye kura they are not needed. And we hwem so a the real argument in the buy, we are looking at women empowerment. Now still now a mad also a commercial they cannot do anything. And say me protect you more. And he said, we are sana. I think Ghana we have to be very, very, very careful. Nikrune president fine, untimi shano, untimi man diani ni entina yesi entianeka. But look at the role mo play your body politics. Look at, because I quite remember during Kofor time, fully Leman. If fear no team near yina, those things were not there. No nyashi, and this once and the lead president that year. I believe they say almost a fully rock jam by being a or tono pano, maybe or the year. We are not saying say be a me, but the respect I was saying to me at that office of the presidency, and the man you may be because I believe say or more you may dear ebi a president say bi a one of ya or bi obeba kumase ne bi a a certain yibi a but you have say Nigeria kan bra they will see ekoye we then they have to be a bit drive on the number and are you saying say we shouldn't appreciate whatever they are doing? It's hard time saying you better na se ni ahwe kwan ya you be appreciate what they are their contribution me jiri say you quantify and you more my aboa enipa especially ma look at what the First Lady, Rebecca, has been doing towards a girl child, that is a maternity. Can we quantify that? So, a little bit of allowance, maybe a committee be recommended say, fine. It may be say but we should maybe just formalize and yes, sir. Secretary idea budget a co-first lady ni second lady office how can we ensure that there's an accountability, and how do we ensure, because when they are moving they operate as an office, as a ministry, or more directors, or more finance, or more protocol, or more BBR, or more move as also, because the president and the president office and that respect and the that first lady office and people only a year for a while, I think about 21 years now. Then it has come to say light to say, oh yeah, shakwanya be faswa ye be ma ade nani mu ada ho ne ehun se bia afi ye budgeter e bia first lady this amount to ho we ho. And I believe that it will help in our democratic system. It's unfortunate say yeah deciding. I think say situation will be firmly that kind of insult description. I believe say bibia wadi hu yawa or reject all the allowance the man or person refund, and I see it as an unfortunate, because hypo adenoma and man ko baby and this insult in your man at least say maybe say ana wo kasa wo I didn't obey me address issue but who attack personality president because we been obedient president untimi ma o hina kon ho so we say na say wo dey insult be and they say now ya mo na obi kwat me ka say omo ya NGO na NGO for betimi to yomuka wo yes then you are breeding corruption, because a man so you close president and people can use them to influence the system, and at the same time no until by say omumpe kwa bia so no survive one survive so maybe we might not see any bia, because obetimi abo bibia contract bia $10 million $20 million no $10 million allowance ni hwan dia man ni betimi ayi, but when we protect them near making sure say bia omunyo mu no betimi aboa ye nyina, we should do that. Yes, that is the first lady has want to refund all the money back, but Ghana we move akom
anyway
machi
mini na mejoso
robonso fu nyina ho ye
almost memfa nkramfa chama one afidie so ye Wontumi TV ni radio emaw. The point was say amani hu na nze mo mafie ba mention at the point eja was honorable was so chia pa
so
nura menya nkunta hudie ne ye papa ye frɛ no omampani sofo ekasai was menchia pa eja no wa was so chia wo
so
mechia so chia from prince fu nyina me say wedding kan aka ho asem oyin ba ye koye nim no me say ase Ghana yempe transparency. Dabena yehun say
I was about asking this.
Yes. Yempe transparency.
Yeah.
Say nya nanu ya na sade ba bontia. Enka nkrofo be na ewo Ghana ha omnim sese sikai. Yetua man nkrofo. Na me dosuko ahwe documents in. Mo 2000 August and September parliamentary hands are there. Obiya nyakwanya onkokan. Na wonhwe arrangement ya na wo ho in terms of payment ya ye tuama former presidents omo yirenom ni omampani abedi akire omo so yirenom e shase free osaje for Kwame Nkrumah mu penso omo no mote ase nyina enti sabri abedru Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo eni ye papa doctor enso suyi say na omo de ye beka no afa when na no na me desukwa na me pe code to be a be factor situation code to the na me dem amen kan sa de we ye papa Franklin Roosevelt o kan sem we say obenya kran katro e fa fo o say I think if the people of this country can be rich with truth, their judgment will be in favor of the many as against the privileged few. I think if the people of this country can be rich with truth, with truth, yes, their judgment will be in favor of the many as against the privileged few. The all cases you say, "Oh, the battery was said to do any sand or some takrache." Because we heard some report, we said the name you penny every year canoa. I wish then could be a benya that ya cooking cabby, Yama Mintia more report no. Any other areas here, or mono in terms of salary increment near that a monument say bar hono. What will be a junior day? Uncle. The then sad radio mampany, Eden Hokeni, no mampany be dear children Hokeni, Omo dear, Abbey, could because a bruhaha. I adapt no so and then no bobo. The my recokran is an animal cocan if you so and then almost frame is a major. Almost frame is a me software and I'm said debi. Senipa will show be kitty or baby with Mrs. Nadjini. Me catch him say, Yam sha in Luna watching. Yaman because can come up for my moonfa. And almost frame and pay a interview say, then me can't ask him. And I'm said debi. Yes, me na now baby was sister suma for ta crucia mansa. And so cabinafo and anasi wu. Tisa beno adwa koma nyame fa ne cranes do bonso one ne kunko akujebia omokotina ho kobo ekura ene do bonso na peja na me na nakrobo kwaku so omontete ebe a edamitrimu e me depa no sisa sesuman e fata krotwa mansa na so kwabenafo ena na se ewu ase ne se eduru brebi a obi a woni e fata no enti se eduru brebi na bibi fata obi a yenyini pani nsinche said the mrofo kan was what is good for the goose is good for the world for the gander enti e den na de yesi MPP abreso a yasa enya kwanya yesum na nhihye ye bi aban efi se nye papa na o hwe kwan ye befa so e be nhihye papa ama ye koye nim ne nema esi a ye mamem bi a na omo na omo kunum abre asom wo man no omo hu kwa adwam said the na menua pani kafurira ane ye papa mu ayire no mo afifirim ne mo tiase bra na mo bre yes allowance fine and I know Ishak na me catch you be say allowance does not matter but the amount involved no it doesn't matter say allowance we be allowance 1 billion we be salary 20 cedis ya nti ni nyina iska but say bia yes emfamra kwan so nti yempe kwan papa ne ya te committee ete yes yenko hwehwemu ne yemfa ho asem medan oman no ene wo mo betimi de mrabuta akire ne wo makoye de aba said the name you can yama no na koka kire nkrofo no say sika we na momfa maye wo wo mo nsimu hwe na wo nim die mu ene said ye wo mo adwuma esifate enti na wo mo susuye na wo mo susuye no nso so wo mo to aba na so wo mo pass that recommendation no wo mo so nyina parliament hobi no man pani na do dan kwakufado no so so nyadai wo ni hobi no akase chinchina momfa sa sika we e ma me yire no enipa no wo ho a wo pene so ene wo asai apia bonten be kase yede ye mpene so no ye me na kakra enu na ya na da bia me kase ya ye ho no makoko ne kone ye ko hunsu no watifia ne aba fom ne ya sa bebusa se ho ne ho no na de bia be ba nkrofo benya political advantage bia no se ne ye fa ne nko ohini ba se me ba ye nkrofo a wo aka bi nyina no obia wo ba bia wo kafri medin ka bebo amane wo hamre bi se na nsa de di ewu e wo Ghana ha what I have described as political misinformation and disinformation, which is a threat to good governance. And this assembly bar, sending a bohun dewru, any sending a chirichim with Fidia who do also will be a betnawa, or cut to the side, no crea woho, young Pessi the Bayjuman. I idea had a pa, young Henny ya, you could take room if you say, you bet to make Jinasa near Menso, I'm a bam papa bicro or Yatuaba, Etiano say, or a Sebi or Monahomodi. We need no Yanyama or Hodada, and it's a baby ba. No se me de emra na mpese me dibu o man no enti mo hwe na mo nyamra ntai bibia enyamra na se mfamra kwan so a ne boni a waye eni sei ye ma me na me de se ye ma me frida o ka se be ne kra na ye me de se o hwe dwuma hudu a o mampani yirenum eni o mampani abedi akiri o mo yirenum ya se be sisi se o sisika wompo na wo mo nyamwa dwumadi anu bi o se o ma o mo beds a certain capacity e wo ne mpeso aso ho o hini ba sa ade e o de koma maami onu kra timi ya ade sene nkrofo bi kra ya hyede tuo mo ka sɛ bi wɔn akatua kɔ wɔn aboto wɔn mfa bi mu wɔ man no nti wei nim nyinaa yɛ adeɛ wɔsɛ yɛdwene ho me nua maa nom ne yɛn nua no a wɔyɛ vulnerable asɛbi ahokyere ba a wɔn kɔ da saa mampanin yere nom ne mampanin abɛdi akyire yere kɔ gye mmoa no sɛ sika yi firi hɔ a ɔba na wɔka ne nsa hyɛ de bo me ne me kunu yɛbɔ yɛ sese na yɛadwene ho a yɛne yɛbɛsɔfa o sometimes yɛnwene ho sɛ yɛsɛ asono mmienu kɔko afuo mu a asase na ɛyɛ dɛ ɛbrɛ yɛwɔ nkurɔfoɔ a wɔn akatua wɔn conditions of service ɛyɛ akɛse a wɔn sɛ bi koraa na wɔn nyɛ biribi ɛmfa mmoa even biribiara wɔ Ghana ha hospital baako koraa sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛtɔ mpa kɔsi mu a sɛ nipa no anyi sika nkonnwa ne yɛtɔ a obiara nyi ne sika but wɔn akatua ɛkɔ wɔn abotom ɛmaa yi wohwɛ dwumadi a wɔn di sɛdeɛ na me nua afiri yie kan na ɛmɛ dɛ so ɔkɔhyɛ ase free time a yɛmfa free under the fourth republic a yɛ maame agyima Credit Rollins wɔhyɛ ase a 31st December women's movement ne adeade mekan school bi koraa wɔn kurom drɔbɔ nso wɔn na bibia KGB kindergarten bi ɛhyɛ ase tete mmɔfra a mmabunu enya adwuma yɛ because ebinom kyerɛ de wɔ hɔ enti ne nyinaa yɛ nneɛma ɛboa ba baabi a sɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ no yɛde ahyɛ mmerɛ mu ne sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ na saa article 71 holders no a ɛno abɛyɛ halabalu sɛ bi sɛ mmara ntakyire ne adeade no yɛbɛhyɛ mu kena nkurɔfoɔ de kɔ court wɔn de kɔ na wɔn wie na sɛ bi mmerɛ mu no the supreme land anaasɛ mmara a ɛwɔ ha ɛka sɛ bi a ɛnyɛ mmara nti bi a yɛntwa mu a ɛne ne yɛtwa mu a yɛntwa mu ma obi biara na deɛ ɛbɛyɛ ma werɛho no sɛ yɛnnua no mu wɔ ha a sɛ bi nkɔmɔ de wɔn dwene wɔn ho na biribi akɔka papa akɔgye grade no wɔn nana ɛba abɛsɔfa sɛ wɔhwɛ conditions bi a ebinom wom tam wɔn kun mu free mu wɔn abɛsum wɔn man no nti privileges deɛ wɔ hɔ yɛn nyinaa no wohwɛ a yɛn nyinaa yɛn nsa tɛn yɛn pɛ ɛne nti na lumba kan no wɔsɛ ɛyɛ mi anyɛ wo ne nti ɛna wɔsɛ ɛnyɛ wa na no branti bi ne hyia ya ɛna deɛ land crisis na deɛ ɛna msɛ nka me bɔ mpa yɛ sɛ dako bi obenya kwanya bɛsom na nka kaa yɛde bɛma no office no watɔn sɛ me de kɔ akɔtɔ nkunya akɔgu classroom bi ana bibi ne nyinaa ka dwumadi a wɔn mu di ho ntimi de bibi sɛ ba de hia me ne sɛ yɛbɛfa kwampapa so na yɛhwɛ sɛ ne yɛbɛboa ma yɛkɔ yɛ anim no obiaa odi dwuma bia bitime di no wano sika a yɛka ho asɛm obiaa nim sɛ so nanso wohwɛ sika no ɛba abɔnten no ɛnyɛ wɔn apɛ ɛna wɔn de ba even sika kura bi anka wɔn gye a ka wɔn betime saa de aboa ahye bibi mu kena yɛwɔ ha na wɔn ba akɔmfanochi a yɛ maame ɛbɛboa akɔmfanochi hospital yi ɛbɛyɛ other support services bi de ma hospital na ne nyinaa ɛboa ma ɛboa ayarefo a wɔn kɔ hospital hɔ nti me deɛ wei abɛn no mempɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ bɛgyina so ayɛ sɛ ɔmampani akufo ado abrɛ so ɛna bi a wɔpɛ sɛ wɔtua ne yerenom ka na wɔno na bi a wɔn nwene ɔman no ho ɛne adeade yɛn nyinaa yɛnim crisis a yɛwɔ mu nti hɔn baabi koraa na bi anka yɛbɛka sɛ bi a this time no ɛsan sɛ bi a ɔman no duru mpɛmpɛnso bi a yɛho kyerɛ yɛn nti sika no yɛnsanka mu kakra ne bi a mmra fam na bi a sɛbe duru brɛ pam na mu yɛ a yɛtua that would have been best but yɛntumi categorize binom sɛ asif sɛ wɔn no sika no wɔn gye no wɔn mfata na binom deɛ wɔn fata sisi a na wɔde bɛto ha mekora na mehwɛ ɛyini bi a aba mfoni so a yɛsɛ 2009 sika a yɛtua ɛde ama ɔmampani dada yere ɛyɛ about 3.2 million Ghana cedis ɛno ne de obi anka ho asɛm obi ante ɛwɔ Mame Lodin nti me deɛ asɛm ba we need to be fair, we need to be realistic about it sɛ yɛnim sɛ Ghana yɛntimi nya situation a yɛho ɛso yɛ akwankoro but nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a ɛfata sɛ yɛyɛ obi ha sɛ ɛnam ayɛ sei but ne nyinaa ka mamuo no ho sɛne yɛn nyinaa yɛnim no nti saa deɛ a ka obiara te ne office a na waka no mu session dem no fam sɛ deɛ mehwehwɛ me nsa kan ɛno nti ne yɛsrɛ sɛ wei no mu ba a yɛnhwɛ ɛho mfaso a ɛbɛboa yɛnim nyinaa na mmom yɛmfa amanyɔ nkata ho kɛse a yɛbɛyɛ asif sɛ ades deɛ wɔn deɛ ɛnya ma wɔn nkɔ ne binom deɛ wɔn deɛ yɛnka wɔn asɛm nti tam biara no I believe in objectivity sɛ dadafoɔ no ano wɔn gye bi no ɛbɛduru saa ne yɛ binom nso so gye bi no wɔn mmienu no a difference bɛɛ na yɛ dɛ ɛwom sɛ mfata wɔ bi a mfata wɔn sɛ group no nyinaa nti wɔyɛ abɛyi Ghanafoɔ mfa so bo nkasa kufu ado mampani yɛyɛ adeɛ nyina his excellency ɛne wɔpɛ sɛ wɔtam Ghana sika de kɔmmɔ so yɛtwa mu di a yɛntwa mu across board na obi a wɔgye bibia yɛnyi mfiri wɔ sɛ firi so ɔman no ɛni sika danse yɛbɛka sɛ nkurɔfoɔ bi deɛ wɔn bo ɔman no korɔ no dan sɛ adɛse a wɔn gye bi no yɛyi wɔn asi nkyɛn nti me deɛ sɛ yɛbɛtwam na sɛ mofiri sɛ wɔn mfata sɛdeɛ wɔn ahorama yɛ saa bere wɔn so wɔn mpɛ a wɔn nso a wɔn nso so gye bi no wɔn nso so nworoma yɛ ne yɛmfa sika no ɛmo ɔman no ɛkyekyere ne yɛhwɛ sɛ ɔman no bɛtumi akɔ ne nim ɔman no nka nkɔ ne yɛpɛ because they say yɛnim sɛ Ghanafoɔ ani di amamu akyi yɛnim sɛ sɛdeɛ Abraham Lincoln kaeɛ no ɔsɛ government by the people for the people democracy is by the people and whatever nti ni nyina ya de a ye nyina no ye hwese ye betima aba ba ka ho na ya kyekyere o man no ye nyina ye ka ho bi so we need to put our hands on the deck na se ne ye ni age sa amamu hu ye domu asukọ na ye hwehwe se de o man no be duru no ye that is the social audit de bia ya na ye ka ho asem no nti sa na ye be ye no de a yenko ye nimu anya ne sa ne mu menko kasa be duru mre bi no we mu de o na ye we mu de na nye ne ye nyina no ye hwese covid bremu eni ba bi sika sema be duru ne betima duru pempen so a ye nyina be hu so man no agina brand nti ohene ba we de ba sa ye be ka ho asem aka but eme de se obi anya bia atie obi anya bia kenkan sisika no kro se omo apo de amaga na man ye mfa ya de
that's it. That's every
my boss.
3.1 million Ghanaians suffering from mental disorders. 16,000 cases, very severe. HSA.
Oh yeah, HSA. Yaboda. Oh yeah, hey, you say 3.1.
3.1 million Ghanaians.
Nkoyi. No. Hey, ayi hu. Ohineba, this situation is serious. They say no, you identify them. Because if this data is out, you should know those people who are almost 3.1. Nebia Michebia na se semina meka hu se obi su neka hu because it's a serious matter because don't be 3.1 meto. They say why na 16,000 severe. I believe say bia no ma chichi wo de because you can't give this data and want me identify those people who are involved. Now I will find it a little bit even after census no and also you bit me use to identify and now it's for a period because if you have this number because I quite remember I think Dr. Osei say Ghana for most of us and in madness and mental disorder no you will different types of them and because Dr. Osei can be say ubia was our mental yinibi say to be out to me go off and there's an element of madness in all of us sometimes. Now Ohineba, if we look at mental health, one area I think say Ghana we have not be focusing on that. Say a quite fast way dealing with mental health, especially be a BDA severe, BDA be bad. Most of our commit me use this extent and say there's this woman that is ubia minimum marriage mono when you some mental challenge bia anka for kra ne de neko all because ni kuna disappointing and when you has been affecting Ejuma seriously. Enti
good disappointed. Good disappointed. I say remember the people nene number bonti.
Oh sir. Debi o ohine ba o kan say na say 1 + 1 is 2.
Nenye 2.
Enye 2 e 3.
A 2.5.
Ebro 2 no.
Sir.
Yes. Because say won say the we a see bia obefa onioma no. Enye sa na obi a so befa fa ne sa. Won say bi mu ho a mo ye more committed, more deep in enioma bebre mu. Nti no sa no etimi ma unya sa this mental disorders. And it's hard time I think you also nya some education bia ebetimi aboa yan na ebetimi ta mild mental disorders no ebetimi a handle. It's from even adwuma mukura you can get some of these mental disorder. And even especially youth here enya adwuma nyi wunya adwuma nya sebi utimi nya sa this mental disorder because stress, pressure, a comedy will need you want to do something. You can even behave certain behavior is unwarranted. And what's a stress a system that can deal with this mental. It will be sad to say ubi bet me a proud not later no and obetimi akum because ye hu say amanfo ekum omunuanom ekum mom papa no omunom na tifie omunko reporto about sebia omunua bia na obi was a mental challenge omutewa so enya hwe wo yare. Yes, mental illness is classified as sickness, is a kind of illness bia, but say pekwan bi so how to deal with these mental challenges are yet me identify amongst ourselves. Intermediate me ahwe the crack causes ni be the ban anyhow you bet me identify because most of us are ignorant about identifying what classified as mental disorder. Say o cancer 3.1 again I bet you say me who say we be a kakra ewonimu we dey severe, and there are certain signs be what it should help all of us. I also am more educated in some of these mental illness, because Ghana we have not been doing our best in that area. Until by na ni pakoni bi okwa na situation ko betimi handle, but the na develop to a certain level.
So the health minister says government is on the agenda of spreading mental health services nationwide. Integrate into the general health care, such as whatever we treat malaria, mental health care can be treated as such.
Perfect. That is Mfanka National and Health Insurance Mfanka, because serious 3.1 severe 16,000. You don't know the number how it can increase. And na ohineba de me pese mu say yan education so kakra yan church yan ebia obia or any opportunity our workplaces if him how we can able to identify who has a mental challenge. Most of people misbehave kakra bia say wabodam ne apamono ne aye say ne bi ode sikan na ba bia ko bobi ne sebsebi ode abane bow na ye kohwe na adwemu na senko ya dem rano man etimi eja no na wo ya affected what say with life ebi so na a lot of people depends on you, and now you are making a good impact in your community and society. Obi cry so say bia na ebi mu ne nam kwa ho wo hwe amekon run about obi timi kradua no dia begina wo kan ho ya wo de bebo, and all these things what say yem penny for pekwan bi so ebetimi identify these people and then put ebi mutimi sisansa papa ya mo say mo friend say but a madman be an on Facebook
Muna Moble.
It has been transformed a little and now making progress.
Until I buy way by near only 10 trained psychiatrists. Only 10. And now in Ram be here in no because there were no budgetary allocation. I didn't just account to us say they kwako tunra yenu anom yabusuafo a omakosa atibia no ebebom ho ban abawe bayin every budget be there are budgetary allocations at ekoho omatimi training 35 more psychiatrists e dey ababe ka ho a omo hwese omo be ombokoso aya.
That is a very good me schoolmate me classmate be a Donnell psychiatry chief or one of the best psychiatrists in Ghana. He said now Australia because of this government a year or improve I think the government is doing well in that direction. You see, Ohineba, I don't know you can say serious. Yeah, mental health is even serious than COVID-19 because the way the effect and even Krano, I also say the government should also look at the mental workers, nurses and doctors. A risky job. One of the riskiest job is dealing with mental health people, patients. Obi betimi apra, obi betimi de seka abo, obi betimi misbehave, obi betimi bi okra woman e dro kra na. Ansa na kra be inject no kra no wa ya yi kakra no so. It needs specialist attention for these people. And for ye adwuma wo no so. Omo nurse. It said the abaya beya from 10 to 35. And there's a lot of investment in training a psychiatric medical practitioner. Very expensive because a specialist area it needs more people with me handle because so in this mental illness and who say normal but normal sir it needs special attention to able to handle even how they will recover and also how because bia obakra ko ye bia sometimes they am ka say I didn't know where chira odwen say ehun hia na ben wa busuani bi na sɛ wɔ that challenge bi a ɛhɔ na bɛhu sɛ ade no ɛhyehye enti yɛn nyinaa nyɛ the effort sɛ yɛntimi but I will say aban and try normal education in more. We can go on the TV, let education get into the system more because area be a you focus on kra ama bebre ya busuafo bebre ni nenam a omo ye ya obehwe bu okra na eba kra na obeso timi kofo obi ade ni a kire ni abon ni akuno a kire behwe na ese na adwi mu ka no na ade no kwa fa no kwa bi kra na odidi agora na ase bi a na wafa o ti say enye stealing ono ankasa no wafa no kra na onim say wo wia de bato beti anye ya chi obi o ya bobo se na o ma bono no maku oni beba ho na e be wura mu no na afede say na adwi mu ka ne kakra of which he could have done something mental sa we nti enuro ene sa budgetary way na ekoho no mejiri say aban enso emwa on for more budget in Koho because some time ago now more complaining but this term of government I mean who say I think the government has been doing well in that direction. Now yeah other regions we can also have those centers because by widespread it's at 3.1 minim how geographically ya distribute to ebi Ashanti region ebi 10% ebi Eastern region 5% ebi and also ba ebetimi am yehu how betimi manage the kind of mental illness in our system but yen training more people I said about training into all these health centers and also yen na sebse bi wa kwanya wo echirade no they should also educate us to also help in that education purpose because se me kochra de na bia mitimi ma e bia be 2 minutes and 3 minutes and a counseling unit it me some of these sessions to help most of our students almost sua also kofia obetimi am yan se bia ne nua bi and I think it will help in that direction nti yeah momot na ohineba very very serious in handling a mental patient.
Isaac anyway say subject into kasa bebre and within my domain and so yeah na so we experience bia experience how what go through no there so utimi share say patient be no what's our condition no e be e wo fie na wan kasa wahwe no na sisi a kasa on monthly basis or the draw so bosumi bia no se wunye enro no e de manual and I'm sure say there are thousands if not millions of people in the country be associate yourself with what I'm talking about. Uhunu say would be a twenchen also a cost per in managing sa condition. A cockways to say potocasm was a chronic disease. Yarabia timin to us here. Then so why is all managing sa said yes 7 predia obi or asthma and say or diabetes and say bibia tembia no say obe manage nti some of us idea ya handle BBC within your family and we continue to do. And that is why I will agree with Dr. Afrifa, sir. Meaning, say certain perhaps in Ruby or government, it may a under a health service, a national health insurance scheme. But it is one area, Mimi feels, say, and it should be totally free. What you say, irrespective of a draw. Yadima patients of yaririmono say yetimi yeni free and kabitimi reduce a lot of burden on and now say yeah manage such conditions maybe a fear more. The agenda 111 no, included some psychiatric hospitals as well. And unti empire niebo say you the necessary funding near kickstart agenda 111 no. Me feel say a programmer bit me nya home for so kese bebre if we say you know na ebeboa ama health facilities and that institutions no are well distributed across the country. They say as it says no district bibi or money district hospital such as Central one of them bibia no na say mampon and ye ni echre tembia no mampon and ye ni echre even me chroma tosubi no such the east fijasen so a health center so money district hospital nti agenda 111 no empire ni ebo se yibitimi anya funding nanka yabo modia na yaye na dan kwa kufado empire na yebo mawo fi se agenda 111 ye ba ansa na ohene ba the government policy say every hospital be a yebenya mental health unit no na fin na yebetimi anya na pomasibre so and see if you don't have hospitals so no say best spread it evenly across the country now with the units way back somebody will still have to travel. There were instances where a whole family had to go to Ankafo on the beach, spend a couple of days and come back and later go and come back. Maybe not just every quarter every month or every quarter no. So the patients in the corner said Naba. So finally, Kumasi 4, and we continue to manage that condition. Enunti, I am speaking directly from experience. So I mean, him say a lot of people are almost me and pay who associate themselves with what I'm talking about. Almost at the end so. Why I had them peak casing in answer so a idea a war. As to the causes of this, we'll leave that one to the real medical people, to talk about them. Any remedies. I'm speaking as a layperson and somebody I've managed condition like that as an outsider and providing support for some of these patients. And I know that a lot of people feel the way I feel. And as for mine, and if you are talking about serious issues of about over 16,000 and about 3 point something million disorders, it's something that we need to tackle as a country. Pandemic, we know the kind of resources are you put into it. Still, fight here, young fight cry any day. Na abua say ultimately a lot of focus about health. Na tembia meka from economic point of view, say there are two key sectors. If you say or mine say open say a koswa as Nikwan say or tutona say. And I've always given the priority education sector. And next to that one is health. San ya pomodin ni ngumasuya ane kabumwa na wetimianya omamfo na adasa omusipi isita na uhia we no so ansan wetimi de akekere oman amana yeye oman bia ni ho a ngumasuya ene apomodin asem ebetoto ase a wo be expect say obetimi enya mponcho da so ho de mekire. And if you say population and housing census are we have been able to identify the health facilities gap already. But if you see I'm yet to me health centers and chip compounds and all these facilities and I feel say is a national issue. Let me commend Sir Papano, Dr. Kwesi say he was virtually a lone voice in the country. He was virtually a lone voice in the country. Seriously. If you say Ghana is highly indebted to Dr. Kwesi. Wherever you are, I think the entire country is behind you. No advocacy for mental health authority. I don't know the status of issues within the mental health sector, but if you say whatever support that we need, to be able to handle these mental issues, health issues, I if you say it to be worth it.
Akom.
That's it. Nipa de wadwene na kire obi bia wo ye bia. Nti se wadwene ho tichima obi bia wo ye bia no fa ba bia wanhwe yi a se de ye nim se ade a ye papa na ode akwakọ fa ba bi foforo. Saa de ya abai a ye nyina ye bobo hu ya de a Ghana ye hyeden tu ho na mo. Nti me de and I also add to the fact say ye nuan mo ka say papa no ayade ne ye mia bebre de yade a nya de foforo na mo mutu fa ho no ehia. The last time I check globally about 264 million people are affected by depression. Na depression nso so basa na edin so ahodo bebre na eba. Nti ya na nya me nwanwa se ne ma bebre si a ya na eyi nwanwa sa na se eyi na ohibani mi se nipa ya na yehye ntare wabɔ ntini nyina ye nyina na ye papa wo. The fact say we shi obi a wakeka hye mu no nkire se sebe oye sede ki benya pepeye obu a obi hia no kra no na wakeka hye mu so ba bia na adwene da no nti na ya na mo bɔ nkrofo so abɛn a ya na mo didi o matem bu nse ka kwa na wo bɔ bɛnya na afi wo didi nipa kro na tem sa aden the state of mind dia obi ade nam no ekire nipa no ne pempenso ana adwumade bia wo bedi wo hwɛ sometimes the economic impact ya we need ba hadwene bebre. Sometimes ya na nyem nwanwa said na menu afri ka no obi nso obi credit me akoya de bi na obi ebisa se na de we pa so masi koye die ase wa ye yi na nso so wonnim ne ekoso e na adwene mu enu nti na mia bebre de omo pekwanya omo faso a omo tu ho na mo aha Ghana se obi enkodi ewu pa so akotwitwa obi kra eno kra no sabi eba omo mfa ne se bia na adwene mu ne ka no ni afa ne saa but bia na adwene mu ne niema ekɔ ne tiri mu no se bia nke ye nyakwanya ahwehwɛ saa niema no se bia obi ani ne tifi da ku behwɛ ne wo ye krakra wo behwɛ no obi aye ni saa da agene se ne denti ne de menu afiri sɔre ya se wo pia bonten kra wo de ne boxer na apie because this is very unusual ye be fa ne saa se wo ye normal enti se ba se ye jane saa edidimu ama nkrofo toa so ye niema hodo bi asabe ehunsunsan so no na be ye ade ebe da wo man so amana be ye ka no shak no wa ante se abranti ya wo se opese wo shi school dan because school a ye de na konne bonyo so it's very unusual and abnormal say wo se boarding on say school ni disade a just we the petrol ekohye saade no. Some of these issues ni nyina ya de wo se ye domu asuko na ye hwe baby e free e eba Ghana ba bia ye hyeda mo ye homodin psychotherapy nipa bi o ha wo hu mo subai eni wo mo adwene se ne etia wo sanke tentem no ano yetimi epekwan bi di wo mo faso na ebusa se di wo mo no tibia mu esifate o hini ba nim se depression ne ba enkrofo be kura wo mo masua nkom besua de akodum pempenso yetimi kakwa mu nti na kore ba de ko school a wo se menko wo de ne be kokot na classroom wo se menko na dwene ni ngomasua no babra because bibi ha no wo hwe senka the normal person pa se obeko school a yato ngoma yato school atare ama no na wo so wontu ho anamo enti ni nyina ye niema ye wo se yetu ho anamo se de ye nua pani ka no na yetimi toa so ti se obu won so kura wo behwe na saa adwene mu hawi adwuma wo so wo kwaye kura wo sori anopa wo se won kwadwuma na wote ho na wasɔre a wakɔka ha na wakɔka na wayɛ basae sɛ wayɛ kekakeka wɔn sɛ nyɛ mo attention ma wɔn ntimi nsua adeɛ ntimi mo nyɛ adwuma ntina no na me yɛ research we had the economic impact sɛ sika nkrɔfoɔ lusu ana ma hwere because mmɔfra ne mabunu a wɔsɔ mo yɛ adwuma wɔn adwene mu ɛmmɔ mo akwanya mo wɔn nyɛ adwuma mfa mo wɔn no a bebree na me hwɛ 2018 was about 17.5 million people and no more affected. Now, about 8.7, which represent about 47%. Eye mabunu a kasa time no ngi ensusu se ebia wo mo kosa atibianim. Ne bi no ha ba hwe bi de ye nubone nom ebi ho kra se de na menu afiri ye ka wo se da bi nte se ebi kra no ba bi de mo friend broken heart ne bi na achi no kra wan hwe kra etimi ma na brabo nyina ba from sa group ni nyina no ye fo mo nya hwe broken heart no ho bi ho na menim se the boys na say akokwa wo mu sa ebia no ma adaptation
Dr. V oye bi dada
me
sɛ na wɔsi ani wani abra wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu wɔnya broken heart da
me brunya bi da
na sɛ na wɔsi kyerɛkyerɛ mu yi
sɛ nkrɔfo ayɛ no mu deal no sɛ students no sɛ wo ya na sɛ mandimi anya exams no na
wɔnya bi da ka
menya bi da na nya de so menya bi sɛ wo watimi abɔ ho ban ya wonya bi a ha wo de
me menya bi da menya be fo ba se de ne me ho afa
wo sa
se de ne me ho afa
they say they would broken heart.
Eja kwam wie
say unya ye no affect bibia nyame na ye wadom because
adom
obi anko ne said ne suban ne nyabrabo esifate
every yesterday
Eja go say
every yesterday also onya broken heart
also onya bi da
in pentro
hey are Isha can
so onya bi da
in pentro
okay Ozi atoto.
Na o busani
ozi woto ate.
What to say? Missy binya bi ozi menya me.
Ozi so acha ase ehoro so. Akomo de wi.
Ohene banti ade a sabra ye tu ho na mo no na ye be integrate into our main health stream no. Ade e beboa ye pa because obi okra wonya bia ye hu ba bia ye mfa ne mfa. Enu ntina so obi ni nam ho kra ne ye gya ne sa se wa for tifan to e dey say you no wa sorry afri baba ho say wo ma ye nyu na wa de wade eni nam anti we mu ye niam a kire akwan aba no faso a wo hwe say apomudini no be si ye ka say be si separate hospitals a wa hwe na dodo a be si no na ye ntimi ansi across the country nti say yetimi integrate existing ones no creative facilities ni bi said ye wo intensive care unit no ni ade say quickly obi nya yade no bi ebetim de nakɔ akɔhwɛ no a ɛbɛboa nti sɛ yɛkyi obi kura ne ehu sɛ ne tibia bia amasa ne baabi a yɛde no yɛdɛ ɛkɔ but sɛ wochi obi kura no a wahwɛ agye sankafo ne yɛmfa ne nkɔ anaasɛ yɛnkɔ nti ayade a ohene ba yɛ nyina yɛ ne gye ho sɛ yɛbɛtumi akɔ yɛ nim na yɛtumi
ma yɛnyɛ wei 4 minutes ansa na yɛsɔre so shak mede hyɛ aseɛ ɛwɔ so na me adoma ɛkyena officially government ebe launch Ghana's digital services and payment platform chuna na just say couple of friends human interface services are random amount for now no corner fee ya we could trace kana mudi ano na what is now we should check nya de no do na e be free and said Dr. Baumia the digital man inti echina your official ghana.gov that is the digital platform for services and payment. Isaac
ohewa menu penny sanu adwuma no bi no
the first class vice president
menu penny sanu adwuma no ebi no Simon Fraser scholar what you say first class Buckingham Palace Buckingham University what them can I say Oxford product no e didn't home for so bebre so na ohineba nyina so no ye nine in terms of the entire digitization agenda no ade ne ye padia mo man one say ekwan a ye faso a ye di adwuma efficiency in service delivery ebetimi akoso wano na etimi akọ ntentemo a nkwansidie bebrebe eyeden any in kwan. Efficiency in service delivery. Number 2, and it's a catastrophe project. Sika changing hands in here. Okope Jumaina Okabranina ono no dada ntemu ansa na wo nsa aka. So eno ntino yepese yete katasehye ne project so a yeno nso so ade a ho ebe boa. The objective number 3 and it's yesika yepe yensa beka revenue mobilization. Idea yensa beka. And objective number 4 was the ease of doing business. What you say, and in particular, the ease of doing business in this context, the ease of doing business with government. So, you know, a idea, yen share no be a idea, a beboa, Cassiapa. Maybe this is Sabu Tayan 9 way, yen huna government, digital platform. No, I am of the view, sir. The entire digitization agenda, no, a idea, as a year, MPP, 2, a buying way, it me yen in Temo Hinaba. When him say, Nano, Miti Director General, Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNIT. One more see. So no more issue a single biometric card. Emma member be a net cost almost $7. $7.
Seven.
Say yeah almost synchronize it with national ID. And just last week, you sending media bremia or my you did national ID. No any misnet number no say no yakabum. What is saying is one more issue SNIT biometric card to a member 60 pesos
from $7.
So from $7 per member to 60 pesos per member, and that SNIT is saving over $17 million. This is what digitization agenda is seeking to address. So. Na yenyan in term Niemfanko Control Accountant General's Department. If we say goes to Nibi Oha, according to Era Dome level, Oma Kwaba, Bese Mbrinum. They say you digitize it, or friend is a Control Accountant General. Ubia o ye employee bia
abai betu obi kan se nipa no ho a wo ye adwuma
wa hineba pepe
samanfo aketua bia ni ho bi
u free ho no so na roll onto the SNIT enti say no se obi be ko pensioner not more than say 10 days na ni hihye bia say SNIT eyemanu bia na so kick start. This is what we are talking about. We near Neman Swa, Yatina Hosa over the years. So, Eddie, Your Excellency, Dr. Baobia, SNIT for the Abba, and he's a controller at the end, so in your minor pa. SNIT is one major public, institution, but we also need the Control Accountant General's Department, because ebinumu ewo public service numu a womo de Ghana header aye womo koko a if you say ye stop na yetimi nyesika gu kit numu na yetimi di edi eyemponto djuma ede moma no. The entire digitization agenda no a beautiful, and it's on the basis of that, okay. And I mean, if you say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia will go down in the history of this country, not just the first class, vice president, but the most impactful vice president ever. And that is why if you say fear, you to fear ye. Now the candidate channel back 2024. Yetimia bomuja. Pa na yetimia secure the next week.
Thank you. Dr. Free,
my boss.
The agenda to digitalize Ghana?
Before that, me chair Madam for Bakope Joe Inketia and Ura na Edmond. Show me na omwaneja. Me no monam kakra a mo bobo ame. Tim chia omo. Oh hini ba eba digitization dia. Ma kan wa ha da say any developed country bia one of the enyoma etimima a country to be seen as developed is where the economy or the country is digitalized in terms of the BBS systems of doing things. Now, yana reasons bebre womo ema sa anamatuno etimi eba ewo omai echichiremu. Na wo hwe one of the key persons are omutimi changing the face of Ghana digitization processor. We cannot do away with His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Baumia. That one is a fact. It's not something that we have to debate on it because we're one of the pillar in the focus. And also I don't know the kind of a leader in some years to come, like a foresight. Because what to find that and now what in nimpa systems works so easily. All because the economy or the country is digitized in terms of because sorry, you call China. China is one of the digitized countries. Na bibia ni wa ukreska kra na the see as ukra ba krum ho nche. All because krum ye nkresika. Bibia ubeto bia and ye call ya bia ye pese to software programs kra na. This what do we call it? PayPal, those systems, you know. It's so easy. If you have your card or you just key in your card because any banks in are connected. So you just pay. By a bag Ghana, have it difficult or because your system does not facilitate such payment. And this be a me talk software be online. Now me timdi yem it becomes difficult. And a be a payment visa and then you maybe those abruchebia person to be it becomes difficult. And about internal so yes, because I then need a system it's me connected amongst ourselves, you know. Hey, you centralized data, no. Ama ubi so who you so this card and we so and also be a little bit difficult. And our progressive, the first progressive year to improve on your technological advancement in terms of a normal year, no. I think it's one of the best way. Because a name 2 years and 1 year for phone and you know the kind of inquiry or mobile and the leadership and me and your foresight to able to bridge that gap. A lot of challenges in competing in the other countries in terms of other children because a lot of things digitization so about mangrophobia so lusu omojuma especially frosters it's almost no monta and chima says annual man bebaso but we there are some of these things, you know, it needs to come because we be open, no human involvement ade bia bema nipa bem no a charge unnecessary yibia no and then my cost of doing business so ever from. Because I can stay in my room, use my phone to do certain things. Now, I think I'm be na nipakono jeko Accra and now jeko mobi wo regional office. But now, if everything is online, meet me here. Now, Fede, maybe I go through and timing. Emmanuel contem, payment system. Me wo account to me scale my account to my payment and once I neko. And these things, in the way the world is moving, no, say Ghana yentimi move at the faster rate, it becomes very, very, very difficult. Yeah, talking about crime and the ACC service, the ACC Jurania, you know. Hey, Grobi wa the cameras and those things around and how it is connected. It was central system, so easily. China say they use this artificial intelligence a year. I will be ni almost screening. They scan it. Into millionaire, they can zoom in and use your eye lenses to locate you. Into pekel. And they say what could the bonnie be? Oh, baby, say lens no more capture no. A zoom environment now. Baby, will be able to say every show. A drew one a pekel, then you are being located. Immediate security around can locate you. And the crime is the lowest. Won't they say a quarter to bomb all because their system is make me take it online, plain to everything. Bas crowd which may be through the use of phone. And life is so a little bit convenient, so comfortable. I won't struggle be brave. Anybody can say it is a good attempt. And this net here ma connected, and I was very happy say now no and your ma kakra connected ba do be. I think say before the year ends there, I think most of our systems will be digitized. I bet me ama comfortable lifestyle, and we have to compete well and compete faster as well.
I come fire sorry.
I'm that's it. TB was it in Fanchia, my brother.
Genesis
also a chiapa.
Oh, my sorry. Mama sorry.
Eba abefo ho nsensem dia ya na manage ho fi say that has been one of my areas ya me pese o mine no ya chichire eko na da bia makachiro mesa ka bi mu ne say o mine bia wo chichire bia no pillars ni nu a wo say wo hwe the soft and then the hard infrastructures hard no ye say e be yi akwan any BCC hospitals and other physical facilities no soft to honor and only one of the areas and or maybe adding any here or more say on betima faso now bruni beka say or more leverage no matter competitive advantage a bagana ha or might be brave so no said the almost no a bit different, especially the developed countries. I feel na ye 2 1 more and nam kofa by o mampania be di achiri. I'm want to need the digital president impo vice president yenim anamwa watu ni hihye ya wodi agu akwam wo hwe mfasodi a yenya na yebese nya daachi a eye buburuja enti ye de tambia aban tu anamwa se wode sa abefo kwa ne bedi dwuma bia no yade a ya namon papa fise se de menu anamwa kekan enyuma hodo bebre na sabre ye kire ahyemu yade abefo kwan ewuram se ne be ye niam bia kane na nkoyie with the examples so mama say intentem so any bi nkran se ne nipa ni besem am ye hu ye sikasem niam bebre a se be ye ya ebeboa ohini ba de ba ko a me susu biem aka ne se one of the things I bet me leveraging on here what we call the telemedicine hospital YCC se ko ba se ye ni sika ye bit mesisi dodo a emyem yanketu abi te se me krom se cha from planes kakra ibesi no akasi a ye bit me equip no na ya hyemu kina ade sa sophisticated equipment no akọhọ no se ba se bi kra ye wo dobonso no na se cha from planes ho a ye bit me nya ho mfaso nti me hwese ye koye nim no aban no lay the foundation ye lay fiber optics ahodo se ne be ma high speed internet transmission ebetimi abaso no se itu anamon ye telemedicine se ne be ya adachi bia no yebetima fa befo kwaso na yetimede ehon so apagya ya pomudini asure yenimu de mane yakono ewo abefo kwaso ne se bruni se efri bibi ubiquity ne se 24/7 time and place shift ewum se no wo sori ahomachi se opese woni nkrofo kra dinkita ho opese otade wa manone opese we bibia da bia no benya kwanya ato na eba access se bia woti baabi na wontimi makrum emeye nyuma hoduo bia woti uba bia ubetimi aye wonim ne nti a Ghana fo bebre te se ba services bi ha na ye diamom se renewal of licenses eni ade no munta ntu ho na mo ne se omukọ ne nipa bodompim na the whole day obetena ho ase ne bra na amane ye no ayi wo mudin enti sa ne ma nyina be wurawura mu a ba bia wo bia se na nsan a health insurance ye ba ya yesu utimi renew where you buy a certain short code no this wo kwa adompim aka ne nipa kobo ewo sa renewal places or health centers and say national health insurance offices nya tiba form enti sɛ ne yɛ kɔ yɛ nim a yɛ hwɛ sɛ yɛde wei nyinaa bɛwuram no bɛboa ama yɛ kɔbɛdie wɔ aban nnwuma mu ne nneɛma sɛ wonu sɛ yɛ digitize yɛ nneɛma nyinaa. Sometimes we need to differentiate between digitization and digitalization. Sometimes yɛ ne hɔ no na nkurɔfoɔ ɛnhu no yɛ try sɛ yɛbɛ convert all other documents yɛwɔ ne nyinaa into electronic form a wopɛ sɛ ɔwɔ access via vouchers bi wo ne abae nnwuma ahodoɔ mu di nkuta ho anaa akɔbɛdie bi a nkɔkɔ printing krataa bi kora bɛtumi atena afidie bi akyi na wɔɛnta input anaasɛ woabɔ nneɛma a wɔmobɛhia na akɔ hɔ nti ne nyinaa yɛ nneɛma ahodoɔ a ɛboa ama yɛtumi apagya abɛɛfo kwan so ɔhene ba adeɛ baako a da biara mede aseda ɛmo ɔmampani a wayɛ consistent no a ɛboa saa nneɛma a yɛka nya ɛfiri senior high school no a wɔde ba a yɛhwɛ sɛ nnipa dodoɔ bɛtumi awuram because ɛba abɛɛfo kwan so a yɛka a menu afiri yɛka deɛ nti a bebree no woba Ghana ha yɛntumi mfa ne dwuma ne sɛ people have difficulties a wɔmbɛtumi de saa dwumadie no ayɛ dɛ aba nti obi wɔ koraa wo sɛ wɔnkɔ na wɔnkɔtena computer akyi na onkodi dwuma bia ontimi because they don't have that knowledge in IT. So that digital divide, we need to bridge it. We had the technology acceptance model. The two issues were raising were perceived ease of use and a perceived usefulness. In the perceived ease of use, and they say, "Ubehesa de no awodi yeno, umreho." Nanu ya ba ya na yenu anum mofrei yesu ade wo online ye shase na bebre kasa ne yempani ade ade se se de omo ani agye ho pa because ye shase ne kwan ya wo befa so omo de besu ade ne ha wo mo sisi amene o kasa omo nya ntiase a omo hu se ne yedidi dwuma no ama obia ani agye ho ase se so omo mfa ni dwuma en ha wo mo saa nso so na TSS systems ayewo services ni bi ho ayewo a yenuanom betimi ade adi dwuma no omo ntimi mfa ni dwuma because we nim akenkan we nim wonye computer knowledgeable anas we nim dia obetuma kotra computer n'echi ade adi dwuma ntini nyina ya de a saa free HS ya be no beboa ma nipa nya nimdeɛ etimi anya kwan ombefa so a ombetimi atu anamo eni ntini makase yen lay solid foundation ICT education sɛ ne be ya daache bia ne nyua no ombewie so nipa kronko wie senior high school na won toa so a ba fu kwan dwumadie sɛ services ayi bi provide nyina no omo betimi di adi dwuma nti me hye Ghana education service mesa sribiem si yenhwɛ sɛ subjects na enye exam na bo some places no ye be mana compulsory at least the digital divide will basic schools no so ye behwe no mo bo kro wie JHS a wontimi enkonanim biem ti ye hyase ye firi ho no ye nya foundation a ebeboa my proposal say ye koye ni menche say the integrity your systems your cards ahodo a ye wo no ene say wote ye papa kan atifu akura ka say nche bia ye de ena ye card no bitime tu kwan enti ye koye nim no be kakra kra bitime gine no so dan semi passport na demo passport bi sa enti say basi yetimi hyemu kina na wo mo susu di beji dwuma wo man wo munya ntiase ye nyanim dia ebeboa ye o hin ba nti say ye ni say ya ebeboa ma obi a wo pese we didi dwuma bia omre obi ha asisi amene wo kase WhatsApp ya be yesanse bebre ntimi ntworo nti enya voice note a wontimi eno nti na da bia me de aseda kese ma na na do dan kwapufu ado se free HS ye ba ye no ene na ye hu se ye boy ye kawo but da chi bia mofra ne asuafo e be firi mu no omo ba be contribute to the development of the nation one way or the other meaning say da chi bia asatem da ma ya abato ni nyina be no online ama saa watimi wakame ni nyina aba so but se ba se beba so online na ebia obi antimi nkenkan bebre antimi nkenkan a ebe ema eno no enkonanim na no hwe parliament nyina omo hyase de yi parliament ni all these services ne ba no eboa ama o ma no yaka ye ho abom in different forms in different ways nti ye say ye be yes systems ni integrate all the national databases so that national security or police service or all other services no so omo pese omo fa kwanu service di dwuma bi a omo betumi security there maka ho asem aka kan say one of the areas ya e betumi leverage on security through ICT because maka chiro says ye ka say human to human policing no sabre no is becoming obsolete and ntina mia bebre say de menu afrie na wo kana aman bebre ahyase a omo hye mu kana wo hwe kavide bae kwan ya fa so ye di adwuma say na ba fu ni ho and some of the meetings are you will do ye no nyina nka amaso say na no man penity utimi ye meeting kwa ama no ne etimi ye omu meeting through Zoom ni ade nti o man bia wo be lay foundation say wo person wo fa ba fu kwa so no ya de papa na minim say mind say India no mam de omu kro no kra say omu ya to ne say smart city no kona nimu a bibia omu ye bia nam aba fu kwa so emo mo harom ti but I say such a fan place for biem robon so for me no mo wadro fi bosompi mu tie mi a mechia wa no pay ne chama Sulemo na very much I
like the relationship down there but some payment time no nipa mi no mu nyina apply to be the DC for such a fan place na mukita di mudin komo whatever bibia no mo share ideas na monka mo na monko manage constituency na say district ni yi
medase me ogede me chia no pese utie mi a
Jacques
Ohineba emra ne yawodia
me ma obi
ma me kitu bi
okay odi ade
na min throw me weight behind me akom
George Akom
minim say there was a time I spoke about him na little did I know say na ni nipa bi etie no ti me wie no mo say sa min koma me die ni na and he wanted to know exactly what I said and that is about Dan Kwakuboche. Me feel say at the moment
Dan Kwakuboche,
yes, 2024
there be asabra bi wo say
me say me twetwe no home komo bi wo baby na I was shocked say free studio hokra na message drew say opeso nya the full voice of what I said that day na asema me kana ye ti I say me hwe sadie osi yadwuma na adwuma na woye ne so no ohun say podcast mo say impeccable resource and wa achieve ohun say dambotwa hold portfolio bi na asem bi aba ho a etwe baby wote ne san na say ne dwumadi a wode ne san hwe o hwe regional reorganization adwuma yede ehye ne say ya yede tete 6 new regions ya me kan na say se de mani pa foforo bi a ka wan hwe anka chaos na be
especially the decision on which town and the regional capital no
enipa bi wo ho a
o ka dey see wo atwema kwa ngoma twede fo ase
yes so
to managing that alone no cry no
look it was it's some seamless idea bi oye ya woma idea ye very complex it look very simple. That's the character of Dan Kwakuboche. I mean, General Secretary, over 30 years, tradition, and intimate winning power, as the the chief executive, what mean at the year bar power to the year 2000. The credentials are so beautiful. What I say. Now this time round, I'm calling on him, say once again. The impeccable reputation will come out, and I'm also praying for him. Not always say we hear so say about him every time na sa list here hopefully this week better about me saw me phones this year and I say I flag it say now what you say or my name be able to because about 260 MMD sees a listener bonting. Nah, I wish him well. It's somebody that maybe if you say in terms of grassroots politics, mention crash for finally one in another danko kufuado edi womo bonting minim say washe party no kankro washe party ni die na wahwe aban no nso so a ye kyekyere no nso so eyedie in fact the be breaki 8 na me feel say emu be say 40% ebetimi agina ono no as local government and decentralization and rural development minister enipa wodo mu kwakwa kogyina. I am very very confident of Dan Boche's resource in terms of said the party na ho ding babe kese between MMDCs and members of parliament constituency we will be able to hear him for asem and all that. He's able to get the fine boundaries what they make decisions with him say the nipa no sisi onzo etimi eko yema. Finally na me say Minu Dan Boche friend saying such a from plains George Akom Mr. George Akom dino mane ringe na ye manemra on any colleague a very very good relationship but me feel say George estande 1 unique experience for us, and that is ɛhɔ a year of friend is saying
an orphan constituency.
Orphan constituency, we nearly clinch victory. Now say the news say NDC for no try with less than 200 votes.
I think a little over 100.
156. So what I say, Georgia Com would stand out in terms of so beer, big grumono, even for that constituency. I was say free ho, busia for the links, ni bibia, obetimi nya sa constituency in 2024. You know, yanunti Dan, where the Ishak Chebro be with them a special request.
All right.
No pray.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. And you know na yebeba na yabeto so me ba me natural company limited for ebidim ko tiawa ansa na yamaye muso kra.
Station yazo